The password's been changed.
All right, guys, we're streaming now.
Oh.
Yeah.
We wish you well in your future endeavors.
This is insane.
Here lies Christopher Clark.
Yeah. Brooklyn, go for it. This was
a
mess.
3, 2, 1, or?
Yeah, go for it. We're live right now.
Oh, we're cool. Oh, okay. What's up, you beautiful bastards? It's a Monday afternoon. The bugs are bad here, but that doesn't mean anything. That will not get us in the way of counting through some Billy Joel tunes. This is the if you guys asked on Glider podcast. I mean, he would have already heard this, but this is a jukebox playlist number 8, brought up by popular demand. The chat of the jukebox playlist summer edition kind of turned into a Billy Joel conversation, so I gathered up the biggest Billy Joel diehards I know, and we got together to do a playlist episode. So I got to introduce first the header of this playlist, Chris Clark. Chris, how we doing, man?
I'm done. I'm just done. Yeah, this was an interesting night so far. We accidentally streamed on the Collider podcast, but you know what? You only live once. So, Billy Joel is fantastic. I love Billy Joel. Super, super dense discography. So much quality. This is very overwhelming. So, let's rock this sucker.
All right. And the next person, I guess the next Billy Joel diehard that kind of pushes playlist, he is wearing that shitty Red Sox jersey. Cody Newberry. Cody, how you doing? And what does Billy Joel mean to you?
I think you mean the soon-to-be World Series champs this year, Red Sox. Billy Joel means a lot. Shout out to the 75 people that watched us on Collider podcast. Bad to the guy that gave us a thumbs down, but hopefully he's buying Matt's music. Billy Joel means a whole lot to me. It's literally, he's my favorite artist. He's my dad's. I remember listening to it all the time, so this should be a fun list. Hopefully Caleb or Chris don't tick me off too much tonight, and we should have fun.
All right, and speak of the devil, and he shall appear wearing that dumb Vikings hat. The king, Caleb Coho. Caleb, how are we doing? And Billy Joel, I mean, we talked earlier how you found him on a certain show.
You mean my future Super Bowl champion Vikings? Anyway,
in what universe?
This one. But anyway, I found Billy Joel through a unique set of circumstances when I watched Glee for the first time freshman year of high school, and the Billy Joel episode was the first time when I was watching Glee where I actually liked all the songs in the episode, and I was like, okay, who is this? I have to figure it out. There was like Piano Man and Moving Out, so it was all the basics. And then once I started to deep dive into Billy Joel, I realized just how great of a singer and a songwriter he was, and he became sort of an inspiration for me for my own music. And so, he's one of my favorites.
All right,
first good thing Glee did.
Ooh, that Fleetwood Mac episode though is pretty good. Next up,
listen to Fleetwood Mac.
Cody, nobody asked for your opinion. I'm trying to introduce Malcolm Goldie-Lay here, and you're trying to give Glee a hard time here. Malcolm, how you doing, buddy? And what does Billy Joel mean to you?
I mean, Billy Joel is one that I've just always loved. Like, and I got into him because one of my friends I do quiz nights with, kept on always played it when I went to parties. It's like I started to dive into his thing. I mean, the Glee episode did help as well, and yeah, for me, I love a lot of Billy Joel's. I mean, I might have it. I only took about an hour to get this list because I was a late edition, but I think I've got a good mix of songs here, sir.
And last but definitely not least, he surprised me earlier by saying that he's a Smiths fan, but now he surprised me even more by him being from New York that he is a Billy Joel fanatic, and is the minor threat Matthew Rosa. Matthew, how you doing, buddy? And Billy Joel, what tickles your fancy about him?
I'm doing good, and I said this earlier, but I'll go ahead and say it again. Billy Joel is my third favorite songwriter of all time. I think the majority of why I love Billy Joel is in his songwriting, his use of imagery, and really just the working man in his topics. My number 2 and number 1 are Bob Dylan and Morrissey, which is what Brooklyn is referring to.
All right, guys, let's get right into it. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with how this works, we are going to go around and nominate a song that we believe is going to be in the top 12. But how it's going to work is, because we have an even number today, the song that you nominate, your vote does not count to the tally. So we'll go counterclockwise, or we'll go whatever order until we get 12, and then we will, once we get to 12, we'll take 2 off. And then we'll rank the 10 to determine what is the greatest Billy Joel song of all time. All right, so what we're going to do is I have a number between 1 and 5. Whoever gets that number will get to pick first. So I will start with Kale Coho, and then I'll work my way clockwise, or counterclockwise on my screen. So I'll go Caleb, Matthew, Malcolm, Cody, and then Chris.
All right, my number is 4.
8. Matthew Rosa.
5.
Malcolm.
1.
Cody.
2.
All right, so that leaves Chris with 3. Caleb, you got it right on the dot. It is 4.
The Power of Turnstiles. All right. So the first song I'm going to nominate is actually not from Turnstiles, but it's from the album before it, which is Street Life Serenade, track number 6, The Entertainer. The Entertainer is my all-time favorite Billy Joel song because of the sort of lyricism, and I love all the production choices that he made, such as the opening little pattern that he has. And personally, it speaks to me, just because I also make music and love entertaining people. So that's it's always been sort of an anthem for me. I definitely love that song and that entire album, but specifically The Entertainer. So that's the one I'm going to offer up to the group. Let's see what you think.
All
I
right.
can admit, I wanted to go first so that I could nominate that song.
Okay, well then, Matthew, let's get your vote out of the way first. Entertainer, yes, and why?
For sure, yeah. It's such an amazing piece of work that Billy has done. It gets more and more amazing the more times he does it live, and he changes it and he modifies it, and it's something he's always had in his live set for the most part, and it's so cool. It's such a fun song. Such an amazing synth riff that is just unforgettable in the intro. Yeah, I wholeheartedly support The Entertainer on the list.
Yeah, that's a yes for me too. It's just a lovely song. It's incredible, and yeah, it's just words can't explain how good it is. So.
Cody.
I've actually never heard this song. No, I'm just kidding. This is who's Billy Joel? No. Yes. I mean, I would when we play these kind of games, like politics comes into play. Like you say yes to try to get your stuff on, but Billy Joel, I pretty much don't have a problem with any of his music. So yeah, it's a yes for me.
All right, so that gets on the board. Chris, your vote unfortunately did not count, but how would you have swayed?
It wouldn't have counted, but look, The Entertainer, as Matt said, was that it's been in his show for the past, I think, he used to perform it in the 70s and took a huge break from it, brought it back in 2006, and it never left. This song, not just that, it also, not just the music industry, but it also incorporates the movie industry. It incorporates all the entertainment aspects and just what the struggle is in the actual entertainment's life at that point. Because you have I Am the Entertainer, Notice Where I Stand, another Serenade, another hot long-haired band. But then you have something like the second verse, which literally just says, the things I did not know at first, I learned by doing twice. That in particular is such an iconic anthem just for how to negotiate yourself through the industry, because you're going to get fucked over time in and time out, and The Entertainer does that to the 10th degree and shows it as an example so you don't make the same mistakes he did. Entertainer is a masterpiece and a hit for a reason, so yes.
I also would have voted yes. Entertainer is number 10 on my list. It is
number 10 on my list.
It is one of the great examples of how great songwriting and great musicianship come together and tell a great story. Mm-hmm. So Entertainer is right on the list. I now go to Matthew Rosa next. Matthew, what is your first song and why?
I'm just gonna say a few lyrics and watch as the entire panel reacts. A bottle of white, a bottle of red,
Scenes.
perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. I'm nominating Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. It is Billy Joel's Bohemian Rhapsody. It goes through so many amazing channels and chapters. Brenda and Eddie and just the sections are all so beautifully divvied up. And I have a pretty good person supporting me. Billy Joel himself said that it is the greatest song he ever wrote. So it's a little hard to argue against the man.
All right, Malcolm, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant is up on the docket. How you voting and why?
Yeah, I mean it's on my list as well. It's just one of those ones which I've listened to. I've probably listened to this one more than I've actually listened to Piano Man, and it's just one that I love quite a lot. And it's one, and I also it's one that kind of is in my heart as well, because it's one of my granddad's favourite songs, who sadly passed away a few years ago. So,
Cody, how are you voting and why?
Well, I have a vote down on anybody that has their answer. It's just I'm the grumpy old man in the group. But no, I mean, I like the song. I really do. I think it's great. It's on my list, especially Billy Joel has said it is his best, which can't really argue with the man, like Matthew said. So I'll give it a yes vote.
All right, 2 votes yes. Chris Clark, how are we going to vote?
How Matt kind of described it is accurate. It is his Bohemian Rhapsody. It goes through many channels, and originally it was just supposed to be the Brenda and Eddie portion. Brenda and Eddie were the popular steadies and the king and the queen at the prom. That whole section was supposed to be its own thing. And the beginning portion was just actually added on by request of Liberty DeVito, his drummer at the time. And I feel like that just the whole cohesiveness of this song, especially being off The Stranger, which is one of the most cohesive albums ever written, objectively, it's an epic song and it deserves to be on the list. Yes.
All right, so that is 3 votes for yes. Caleb, I know you were unable to vote, but how would you have voted?
I would have voted absolutely yes, because it's Bohemian Rhapsody. The performance, the storytelling that goes through it all the way through is excellent. It proves why Billy Joel's one of the best songwriters ever. It's absolutely fantastic. I would have voted yes, absolutely.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant is the second song on our list. So, Malcolm, you are next. What song do you nominate and why?
Yeah, I'm going with the song that I was probably late to listen to, but I was first introduced to it when I watched How I Met Your Mother, and it's "Ooh, for the longest time." It's just one of those ones which is just so catchy, and it's just one of those ones that I can listen to over and over again. It's one of my go-to songs for karaoke, and it's just one that it's so well written. It's probably one that I would use for in my as one of my songs for my wedding dance if I ever get lucky enough to find a girl and get married. So.
Alrighty. So The Longest Time is up on the docket. Cody, you are first. How you voting and why?
Don't know why people keep singing their answers. That's a no vote for me. No. This is tough.
It's tough.
Because I love his hits, too. It is a top 12, but I think he has stronger hits out there than Longest Time. I enjoy Longest Time. I think it's a great song. I listen to it pretty regularly because it's one of those. So I give it a no vote. I have to give it a no vote because I think there's better hits out there of his.
All right, Chris, The Longest Time, how you voting and why?
Look, this is one of those instances where I like Longest Time. It's solid. When he does it live, it's really fun, just because you get all the harmonies with all the people singing along. The problem I have with Longest Time is that it's not up to the caliber as the rest of his catalog. I like Longest Time, but it's a little too repetitive to some of the more eclectic, more fantastic songs that he has that differentiates itself from each verse. Longest Time is really repetitive with the same beat and same humming over and over and over again, just with different lyrics. So just for that and the repetitive bass on that, and that this is really getting into a lot of hit territory at the moment, I would say no to Longest Time, even though it's a solid song and a solid live song. I just don't connect with it as much as the other songs in his catalog, so no.
All right, so I'm going to go next, and while I agree that it can be repetitive, as a musician and as a vocalist, this is one of the few a cappella songs that sounds really full. So I am going to say yes. Like you guys said, it's super repetitive, but the harmonies and what they're able to do with just vocals and how it's able to kind of fill up, and I find often with songs, if I listen to it, I'm like, there's something missing, and I don't get that with The Longest Time. So I'm gonna vote yes. Caleb Coho, The Longest Time. I don't know why.
I'm gonna vote no, because as a vocalist, I love it. I like to sing, like with other people, but I don't necessarily go back to this one a lot, just because, like, for the reasons that, yeah, it is repetitive. I don't really hate it, but like I don't have issues with it for that per se. I just don't find myself going back to it like I do other Billy Joel songs. It made my top 20 at number 16, but there are 15 other songs that I like more than The Longest Time. So I'm gonna vote no to The Longest Time.
Yeah, it's actually number 13 on mine. It's okay, Malcolm. It is a good song. I just don't think it's up there in my opinion.
So unfortunately, The Longest Time does get downvoted. Matthew, your vote did not count, but how would you have swayed?
If I was making like a greatest like pop hits by Billy Joel, it probably would crack that. But yeah, I also did not have it on my list, and I would have voted no. And I'm going to do a bit of an anecdotal reason. My mom's been a casual, Billy Joel listener for 30 years, and Longest Time she does not recognize as a Billy Joel song. I don't feel like he put his flavor into that song like he does with many other songs. And for me, a great song is written when you can tell who wrote that song from their style and the way that they craft their art. And because she can't tell that that's a Billy Joel song, I almost feel like it's impossible to put it in the top 10 for me. That's just my personal preference.
A lot of songs on Innocent Man feel like that because he did that as a tribute to a lot of the doo-wop 60s bands. Like Uptown Girl is essentially Frankie Valli. And James Brown is Easy Money. I get that. That's why that album I have problems with as well. I kind of agree with her.
Yeah. All right, so unfortunately, The Longest Time gets downvoted, but we now move on to Cody. What is your song to nominate and why?
So I think the first two are kind of like slam dunks, kind of. I just want to go off a little bit. This one is off of Cold Spring Harbor.
I think it
Tomorrow
is.
is today.
Tomorrow is Today is the one I'm going with.
Yeah, my God.
Yes.
It's actually the first song that I was introduced to of Billy Joel. I absolutely love this song. I adore it.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful song. That's basically it. It sucks that my vote doesn't count, so hopefully everybody else likes this song as much as me, Chris, and Caleb do.
All right, so Chris Clark, you are up first. Tomorrow is Today. How you voting and why?
Can I don't know if you guys have heard this song or not. Tomorrow is Today is actually super, super deep because this was written in a point in time in Billy's career where he was deeply suicidal. And this entire song was written as a suicide note to himself to get back and climb off the edge and get back into being healthy and being psychiatrically sound. And this song is super deep because of that. The reason why he doesn't obviously perform it live is because he's too emotionally attached to this song. and this song is super deep. It's very, very, it's a song that you wouldn't normally listen to over and over again, but it's a beautiful song. It's beautifully written, and it's a fantastic, it's a poem. It's a fantastic poem, and Tomorrow Is Today is easily in my top 5. I love Tomorrow Is Today, so yes, 110%.
All right, so come back to me. I am currently listening to the song. Caleb Coho, how you voted? Why?
I really, 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 really dig this song for the same reasons that Clark does. It's a very beautiful song, very well written. Definitely one of Billy Joel's best. And for a top 10, I will vote yes, because it is definitely, it's not one that you immediately think of for a Billy Joel top 10, but as soon as it's mentioned, it's like, oh, absolutely. So I'm voting yes for Tomorrow's Today.
It's beautiful.
Matthew Rosa, 2 votes yes right now. How you vote? Why?
I love this song. I think it's a great song. But there are songs I prefer off of Cold Spring Harbor, which can always kind of tinge a pick for me. If there is another song, right before it or right after it, or, that's on the same record that I prefer. So to make things interesting, I'm going to go ahead and say no.
He is on my shit list now.
I'm interested though, Matt. What's your favorite song off of Cold Spring Harbor? Is it Got to Begin Again? Because that's a masterpiece too.
Is it Everybody Loves You
Either
Now?
Gotta Begin Again or Everybody Loves You Now.
I like Falling in the Rain.
Falling in the Rain is beautiful, and so is Turn Around. That album is amazing. Yeah.
That album is the most underrated debut album of all time.
It's
Anyway,
because of the speed. It's because of the speed. Yeah.
You Can Make Me Free is great too.
Yeah, that's good.
Malcolm, we're going to you next. How you voting? Why?
Yeah, I mean, I was just listening to it myself as well, and it's one that I didn't realize I knew until I started listening to it.
Really?
Yeah, there's probably a few that is of the deep cuts is going to be like that for me. But I really love the song. It's just a nice, sweet, soulful song. And with that said, with that reason, I didn't actually know that from what Chris said. It's one that it clearly identifies with him as well. As a personal thing, that's one that just chooses not to sing live, and I'm actually going to go say yes to it. So
that's saved. Tomorrow Is Today.
Tomorrow Is Today. I'm still torn. I actually probably would have voted no.
No one likes you, Brooklyn.
Well, I mean, it's the first time listening to it. Yeah.
Well, like that, and like it doesn't attach to me as a Billy Joel song. As a musician, as a musician and as a musician, it sounds great because there are great things that are happening. And the saxophone is great. The bass line is good. It has a nice tempo. The songwriting is fucking phenomenal. I just don't think they blend well together, and it doesn't stand out.
Wait a minute, saxophone? Tomorrow Is Today is a piano-only song.
What do you expect?
Oh, wait a minute.
You clicked the wrong one. What do you expect from a Blue Jays fan?
Wait a minute. Tomorrow Is Today is only vocal and piano. Did you guys notice?
I clicked the wrong one. Oops.
What did you click on?
What did you click on?
I clicked on what I thought was I don't know. I clicked on the first thing that came up on Spotify because I feel like Billy Joel is the most famous person for Tomorrow Is Today. But yeah, I accidentally clicked on a version that was like Data Bird, and I don't know. I'm going to
listen to it off air and then let us know what you thought.
I'm gonna do penance.
Didn't count.
Yeah. I mean, I'll smarten up and probably vote yes. But yeah,
Tomorrow Is Today. Great saxophone in Tomorrow Is Today.
My favorite.
The saxophone is my favorite part of Piano Man too. So.
I want to thank those joining us on Collider Podcast.
Thank you.
Shots fired.
All right, so Tomorrow Is Today makes the list. Chris, you are next. What is your next song and why?
I'm gonna do another deepie. I'm going deep cut. This song is the opening track of my favorite Billy Joel record, River of Dreams. This song is called No Man's Land. Essentially, this is Billy's hardest rocking song, and it's very different from the rest of his catalog. Basically, it documents the change of Long Island from being this blissful place with nature and trees to now turning into industrialized streets and highways, and it's very environmentalist based, and it actually echoes into what the country is today. It's kind of growing in that kind of we're losing our sense of nature, and that's what No Man's Land is about, and losing our humanity. And I think that's a strong statement, especially for this day and age. Is the reason why this is the song Billy performed in the episode of Arrow that he was in. He decided that, you know what, I'm going to give them No Man's Land because No Man's Land is essentially what the country has turned into. What this futuristic society of America is in his head is No Man's Land. And it's super powerful because of that. And on top of that, it has a great chorus, it's catchy, and it's super, super rocking. I might get a lot of no votes just because you probably never heard of it, or you just don't, it's obscure, but No Man's Land has always been and will continue to be my favorite Billy Joel song. So
All right.
that's No Man's Land.
I am going to vote yes. Actually, this is number 6 on my list. While I'm not super sold on the vocals, I do believe that this would be one of his greatest songs alive. And just in terms of like this is a fun song. It's a fun song to play. It's a great story to tell. But yeah, it's a yes for me in No Man's Land. I believe Caleb is next. It's No Man's Land. How you vote and why?
My goal here is to get at least one song from almost every album, with the exception of the Nylon Curtain, because no one likes the Nylon Curtain. But I want most of his albums to be represented in some way, shape, or form with at least a song from them. And so focusing purely on River of Dreams as an album, people tend to go straight for the title track, which is super jazzy, not jazzy, but kind of tropical sounding, and I like it. But that's not the one I would vote for River of Dreams. I wouldn't vote Lullaby either. I would vote No Man's Land because it is the most unique song in his catalog, I think, or one of them. And it's and I would say it's also the best one off that album too. So I will vote yes on No Man's Land.
All right, so there's 2 votes yes for No Man's Land. Matthew, you are next. No Man's Land, how you voted why?
I feel more like I'm the grumpy old man, even though I'm the youngest person on the panel. I like this song, but as a songwriter, and this is one I've heard before. As a songwriter, I always kind of base things when I'm going to write a song. Has someone done this topic better than me? And I kind of feel like the Talking Heads nailed it in '88 with Nothing But Flowers, which is 5 years before Billy Joel put out this track. So, using my logic when I go to write a song, I wouldn't have written this song. So I'm going to say no.
That's a fair assessment.
Wow. All right, Malcolm, you are next. 2 votes yes, 1 vote no for No Man's Land.
This was one that, because I knew he was on Arrow, and if Chris hadn't said Arrow, I was actually about to listen to it myself. But thanks for mentioning there was one he sang on Arrow, because it actually, I did like the song. I thought it was done great, so it's going to be yes for me. And it's one that, like, just listening to it live in the show, it sounded a lot great. It was just one of those ones which, yeah.
All right, so 3 votes yes and 1 vote. That does get it in. Cody, your vote did not count, but how would you have went?
When I was making this list, I included No Man's Land, not for me, but for Chris Clark, because I knew that he wants the song. I think he kind of needs the song to be on there for him. I think literally his either band or his entertainment is No Man's Land
Named
Entertainment.
after it. Yep.
Yeah. So, like, for the sake of Chris Clark and his sanity, because he already gave us 75 views on the Light Podcast, I'm going to give him a yes vote on this one.
Well, out of curiosity, Cody, would you have given it a yes or a no without that?
I like the song a lot. It's not one I always go to, but how Caleb said that he wants things that are going to be different from different albums. I want to do like how versatile Billy is. So like, and this is, you're right, this is the most rocking song he has on his thing. So I would have given a yes vote for that simple reason. But you kind of did help it too with being on the panel.
Oh, cool.
All right, so No Man's Land makes the list. I believe that gives us
views.
I believe
One
that
thumbs down, 3 thumbs up.
So that does give us 4 songs. My pick is the final one of this round. I could take one for the team here and get rid of an obvious one, but I think my top 3 are Guineas. So I'll go to my number 4 pick, and I believe this song best portrays or best evokes Billy Joel as a piano player, and that would be Prelude / Angry Young Man. Billy's known for a piano player, and that intro was one of the best intros in my opinion of pop, of like kind of 80s pop for me. So yeah, Prelude, Angry Young Man is my nomination. But I'm gonna Caleb Coho. How are you voting and why?
I'm gonna vote no, just because I like the song. But with 4 songs on the list already, I'm looking at a few that I really want to get on here. And with this being on here, it would block a couple that I think should deserve to be on here a little bit more. So I'm gonna vote that down.
All right, 1 vote no. Matthew Rosa, how are you voting and why?
I am also going to go with a no. I don't think that is a top 12 Billy Joel song. It's a great song, and in other people's catalogs, it might be their best song. But this is Billy Joel, and it's a lot more cutthroat than that.
I like how you put that, because that's actually my opinion.
All right, Malcolm. I don't like where this is going. Malcolm, help me here. There's two votes against Prelude, Angry Young Man. How you voted? Why?
So Billy Joel did not sing a song called "Help Me Brooklyn." I'm going to vote no as well.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. You can find everybody on their various Twitter and YouTube channels. That's a show. Fuck you guys. God damn it. This happens every fucking jukebox.
I'm going home.
My first nomination. Everybody's like, no, can't make the 12. Fuck Brooklyn.
Didn't you already get one on there?
No, this is my first nomination. Cody, fuck off, that damn.
You didn't even ask my opinion. That's rude.
All right, Cody. What is your shit on?
Vote it down.
On Prelude.
For the damn Blue Jays, this gets a hell no vote. No, I would. It's not top 12. No, sorry. I enjoy it, but not top 10.
Can I just say my piece about Angry Young Man?
Yeah, Chris, how would you have voted?
It is a fantastic song. It's not a fantastic Billy Joel song, just because of the rest of his catalog. It would be like a number 1 song for any other artist, as Matt said. The thing is, Prelude by itself is top 10. The fact of the matter is, it goes into Angry Young Man, which doesn't keep the momentum of that fantastic intro. And that has always been my problem with Angry Young Man, is because the intro is so epic that it goes into a song that's not. It's like a Meatloaf intro going into Take It Easy, which is a great song, but Take It Easy is not a epic opera. And it's like opening an opera with a giant orchestra, and then you're playing with like sticks and stones. It kind of is anticlimactic, and that's why. I like Angry Young Man as a song, but I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah.
Thanks for welcoming us on this channel, Brooklyn. Thanks so much.
Well, fuck you guys too.
No, thank you, Christian Harloff and Mark Ellis and all the other people at Collider for adding
Thanks, Frosty. Thank you, Frosty.
That's sponsored.
Yeah, I'm sure Christian Harloff was thrilled to see a couple of nerds with Jukebox Playlist going through Billy Joel songs. Yeah. All right, so Prelude, Angry Young Man. Yeah. All right, so Kyoko, you start us off on round 2. We have 4 songs in there. We need 8 more. What do you got?
Do I want to take one for the team and get the obvious one out of the way?
I
Or
don't
do
think
I
any
want...
of us need to. Maybe it just doesn't come up. Maybe it just
I was
doesn't.
gonna say, don't. Maybe it doesn't
Yeah. That's a cold day in hell when that doesn't.
Hey, Brooklyn, that's
Hey,
your
Cody.
guarantee to get a yes vote.
Yeah, there you go.
Next time.
I'll save it for Brooklyn just for that reason. The one
Man,
I'm
my
gonna
eye is fucking itchy as hell. Anybody else got an itchy eye at all? Or
No, but I
Right.
am number 1. Thank you.
sorry,
So what
sorry, Gil. Go ahead.
It's fine. What we've got already covered is Street Life Serenade, The Stranger, we got River of Dreams, and we do have Cold Spring Harbor. Now, one album that I think desperately needs to be represented is Glass Houses. And the one from Glass Houses that I'm going to nominate is Don't Ask Me Why. Don't Ask Me Why is one of my favorite songs to listen to when traveling, when commuting to and from work, when bike riding, just being on the go, or even just laying outside in the sun. It's just one of the most relaxing songs, while also keeping a really good tempo that also keeps my spirits up. It's a feel-good song to me. It's definitely my favorite from Glass Houses, and Don't Ask Me Why is the one I'm putting on the table.
All right. So now we go to Matthew Rosa. How do you vote? Why?
I feel like he literally didn't just listen to my argument against Brooklyn's song. Great song. Not great in the scope of Billy Joel's catalog. It's
Yes,
not
it
a
is.
top 10 song by any stretch in Billy Joel's catalog. No.
Yeah. It's better than
Right.
We Didn't Start the Fire.
I agree with that.
No one's bringing that song up.
All right. So
no.
Malcolm, 1 vote no for Don't Ask Me Why. How do you vote? Why?
Yeah, Caleb, you may be crazy for picking that for picking
what you
that song
see.
of Glass Houses, and it's not my favorite song off that album, so it's a no from me.
All right. Cody, you are next. How do you vote? Why?
Man Newberry.
I'm going to use Matthew's logic against you because if there's a song on the album that I like better than this one on that exact same album, so it will still fit under your same rule that you want to get all the songs from the same each album. It's just not this one. Not for me. I don't think it's top 12. I like the song a lot. I think he does a really good job with it. It's never really clicked with me as much as some people, so I have to give it a no. Sorry, Chris. Let your head explode.
Yeah,
All
my
right,
head's kind of
Chris.
exploding.
Yeah.
I
How would you vote it?
love Don't Ask Me Why. My dad loved this song too. I just have to say one thing. Don't Ask Me Why live is fantastic because he does a vamp at the beginning, and sometimes he does Feliz Navidad if it's Christmas time, and he like does the uno, dos, tres, cuatro, dun 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 dun. I love that. I love the intro. I love the entire song itself, and it would have been a terrible no. It kind of would have. Just because I don't know if anybody here. I'm interested to see what other song off of Glass Houses it would have been that you guys would have picked. We'll see if
I
it
know
comes up.
I know what they are.
You think?
I know what all 3 of the ones they could possibly choose.
I'm going to be honest with you. Glass Houses is probably my second least favorite album.
Really?
It is. I only like Don't
Watch
Ask
your
Me.
tongue.
I only like Don't Ask Me Why, and I don't want to be alone anymore. Those are my. And you may be right. Those are the 3. Those are the 3 ones that I can stand. The other songs, they're just a little bit lopsided for me. So, Don't Ask Me Why is in the upper echelon. I don't know. If you asked me first, I probably would have said yes. But the fact that I got to sit around and milk it and think about it, it would have been a no. So, it depends.
I also would have voted no. I do think it is a great song, super recognizable, but it sounds more like a Paul Simon song than it is a Billy Joel song.
That's
I know for me,
Brooklyn's still upset.
No, I actually enjoy the song, but I agree with Matthew in that this is a good song, but it's not a good song in Billy Joel's catalog. I think there are better ones in my opinion. So yeah, I'm sorry, Caleb. Don't ask me why.
I should have went with my other one, but my other one would have broken my album rule.
All right, Matthew Rosa, you are up next. What's going on in Docket? Why?
All right. So I'm going to go with the most important song in Billy Joel's catalog, and I will argue it is undoubtedly the most important song in Billy Joel's catalog. I'm going to put up Captain Jack, because without Captain Jack, we don't have Billy Joel. We do not have Billy Joel without Captain Jack. He played it on WWMR, and when he played it on that radio station was when he first got heard by the masses and was signed to Columbia. So without Captain Jack, we do not have Billy Joel. It's amazingly written, it's a great song, and it's the most important song he ever had.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
All right. So Malcolm, you are up next. How are you voting and why?
Well, I've got 3 favourite Captain Jacks. There's Captain Jack Harkness, Captain Jack Sparrow, and Captain Jack Billy Joel was one of my favourite songs from him, and it's going to be a yes from me.
All right, so that is a yes. Cody, how are you voting and why?
Okay, so this is a problem that I have throughout every ranked show I've ever done. I hate when the argument is what it has done, why it deserves a spot.
I agree.
Without this, like, for animated movies, Snow White was one of the first, so that gets on because of that. No, I'm saying, yes, it's important. It is monumental. We probably wouldn't have Joel without this, but I think Joel did better beyond this. So that's my opinion on it. So I'm going to give it a no vote.
All right, Chris, one vote yes, one vote no. How you voting? Why?
Captain Jack is an anthem, but it's an anthem in Philadelphia and Philadelphia alone. It doesn't translate live anywhere else, and it's very situational. And that's the problem with Captain Jack. It's just a very situational song in his catalog that meanders and meanders, and it's fantastic. I love Captain Jack. It's just not in the top 12 echelon. I love Captain Jack. I love the lyrics. I love how it tells the story of this crack dealer gone mad. The problem is, though, with Captain Jack is, I'm gonna go and take a kind of page out of Caleb's book and look at the album Piano Man. Piano Man has the Ballad of Billy the Kid, has If I Only Had the Words, it has Stop in Nevada. 3 fantastic story songs that don't meander, and they have a better through line. So although Captain Jack is fantastic, and disregarding the title track of Piano Man, the other songs that I would rather see on this list than it, I don't think it represents him that well, because it's only situational to a certain state. So to me, even with that argument, it kind of falls a little flat. So Captain Jack would be a no for me, even though I love it.
All right, so I am next, and I'm going to vote yes. I'm looking at my list. I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, there's a couple on here I could probably push off the list for Captain Jack. I mean, if this just speaks to Philadelphia, I don't know. It speaks to me, and I'm in Canada, so I don't know. I think that Philadelphia argument is but yeah, Captain Jack is a yes for me. So Caleb, it comes down to you. Does Captain Jack make our 5th song on the 12th?
That wouldn't be.
Chris hit every single point I was going to make. How on the Piano Man album there are better songs from the Piano Man album. Don't Stop in Nevada, especially. And yeah, so that's it's gonna be a no for me. I like Captain Jack. I can't deny the importance of it to his career, but I think, just like Cody said, he's done better later in his career, and he did better on the album that song is on. So
called it. This is the 3-3 split that I called at the beginning before we went on the air. The snobs are.
All right, so
sorry, Captain Jack. And Captain Jack Sparrow's the best. Captain Jack, close second, is Captain Jack Harkness.
All right, Malcolm, you are next. We need 8 more songs. What do you got? Why?
Well, the one I was going to bring up, I know it's going to get shut down quite quickly because it's already been bad talked a lot. So I'm going to bring up the song from Glass House that Caleb should have brought up, and that's You May Be Right. It's a great song. It's one of my go-to karaoke songs, and it's and going back to the Glee episode is one of my favorite moments of that Glee episode. We're just to lead off Will just looks at Sue and goes, "You may be right, but we may be crazy." So it's just one of those ones that you can use in any situation. If anyone downvotes it, then they are crazy. So
All right, you may be right. Is up on the nobody do. Cody, how are you and why?
This is where my dad comes into play. Sorry, guys. He loved this song. Played it all the time, especially towards my mom, because she was crazy apparently 2 of the times. So yes, I absolutely adore the song. I think this is the song from Glass Houses that. This is the one of those hits that I like before Longest Time and stuff like that. So I had to put this one before. It's okay if it doesn't make the list, but when you think of Joel's hits, this one has always stuck with me.
Yeah.
So it's yes.
All right, cool. Chris, how do you vote and why?
Of course, this is not just a fun song to listen to, it's fun to perform. And the crowd always loves this song. So You May Be Right is just essential to anything. You May Be Right is essential to a top 10 classic rock list. It really, really is. And it just has a great momentum, it has a great chorus, has a great bass line. And you know what? It meshes really well with Led Zeppelin's rock and roll. So you know what? I love this song.
I disagree with the Led Zeppelin comment, but I do agree that
why would you disagree?
Because Led Zeppelin and Billy Joel are apples and oranges.
Oh, I need to show you off here the live version that he did with the rock and roll thing. But yeah, it's fantastic.
Cool. But so while I disagree with the Led Zeppelin comment, I do agree that You May Be Right is a classic. It is a number 5 on my list, and I agree that this is an incredible song to perform. You could be having a shit night, and then it's like, all right, this comes up on the set list, and it's like, all right, let's put our all into it, and you can really evoke emotion into one of Billy Joel's hits. So it is a yes for me, and it's a clean sweep. Caleb, how would you have voted?
I would have voted yeah, because this is my second favorite song off of Glass Houses. So, like, either way, it's a win-win. I get one of my favorites off of Glass Houses on there. Other ones to mention from that album is obviously it's still rock and roll to me, but I wasn't going to nominate that one because that one's a bit of an eye roll. But yeah, no, I love You May Be Right, and I love Don't Ask Me Why. I'm glad one of them got on. So.
All right. And Matthew, very quickly, how would you have voted?
Malcolm, you may be right. You may be wrong, but this time you were right. So, yeah, I would have gone with a yes.
All right, perfect. So we now have 5 songs. Cody, you are up next. How you vote? Or what song are you voting and why?
I was just re-listening to it because I love this song so much. It's from 1983. It's from The Innocent Man. It's track 1.
Easy Money. Yes.
It's Easy Money. Just if you haven't listened to it, please just go 2 minutes into the song when he literally says, "You say I fool myself, but I'd rather be fooled by someone else." It's such a great song. It has so many layers to it. When I listen to this, I think when Joel recorded it, he just had probably the most fun in the studio recording this exact song. So, as much as my dad loved Keeping the Faith from this album, I have to go with Easy Money.
I love that you chose this.
All right, so Chris, you are first. How are you voting and why?
Well, Easy Money also has one of the best choruses ever, where he hits that note and he just goes in with his gut-wrenching kind of James Brown impression going right into that chorus. And it's such a good way to open a movie. It was actually written for a movie. Open the album was written for a movie that actually sucked, starring Rodney Dangerfield, but the song itself is phenomenal. I would recommend if you haven't listened to it, listen to it now. It's awesome. He has a great James Brown impression, but this is one of those things that if you don't like Billy kind of impersonating somebody, and it doesn't sound like a Billy Joel song. It sounds like a James Brown song because it's supposed to. It's a tribute to him. Easy Money might not be for you, but for me, I love it. And on top of that, this is so fun to do live. Just fun. It's just a great song.
I am currently listening to the song, and I am thinking to myself, Brooklyn, why is there not more Easy Money in your life? I am head bopping. I agree that it is a tribute to fucking
James Brown.
Whatever his James Brown. Yes,
Yes.
I brain burned. It's a tribute to James Brown, but it has elements that keep it a Billy Joel tune.
Yeah.
So yeah, Easy Money is a yes for me. Caleb, you are next. Easy Money. How you voted? Why?
I love this song. I love it.
He's gonna know it. He's gonna know it. Just you wait.
I'm looking at my list.
You need a
I'm
song
looking at
from
my list. I'm looking at my list.
He's looking at
I've
this
got-
night probably.
Oh,
from
that's
that
fine
album.
too. That's
Yeah.
fine
We
too.
are here
I've
on
got a lot of
hour
songs
7.
open. There's
of the
5
Billy
songs
Joel
nominated
list.
so far that are on the list.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 6 songs.
And this
at,
is
like,
the
midnight.
easiest. No pun intended.
You know, I love Easy Money. And looking at my list, I could have feasibly, I forgot about it, to be honest. Because when I went off the top of my head to write Billy Joel songs, again, for the reasons Chris said, forgot it was a Billy Joel song. So, looking at my list, sure, you know what? Yeah, screw it. Yeah, put it on the list.
Perfect.
I'm looking at a lot of these. It's better than Allentown and A Matter of Trust and When in Rome, so I'll throw it on.
When in Rome is an
We are-
interesting choice.
And Running on Ice and The Great
Running
Suburban
on
Show.
Ice is awesome.
We are halfway there, guys.
I'll take all those off the list for Easy Money.
All right. So, Chris, you are next. What song are you going up for and why?
All right, give me 1 second. I'm looking at my list right now, and I'm actually going to go to 52nd Street. 52nd Street needs some love. 52nd Street is Billy Joel's quintessential jazz record. And there's a lot of choices off of 52nd Street. You have My Life, you have Big Shot, you have Zanzibar, you have Stiletto. But one that is super like My Life, but so much better, and just makes you feel so optimistic is a song called Half a Mile Away from 52nd Street. I would recommend you guys listen to it right now if you've never listened to Half a Mile Away. It's essentially My Life on crack. And it's forgotten, but it's fantastic. It was voted for Billy Joel's tribute band, Mike Del Judas. He had a bunch of fans vote their favorite beat cut, the favorite deep cut for them to put in the actual set that Billy has never performed. Half a Mile Away got the top spot and is now in the set list. So Half a Mile Away is fantastic. I would recommend you listen to it if you've never seen it. If it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. I can totally understand you would prefer My Life or Big Shot, but give it a chance. Half a Mile Away is so fun. So Half a Mile Away is on the table.
All right, I'm going to be a negative Nancy. I'm going to vote no. I think there are other songs here that need to be on this list, and Half a Mile Away is not one of them.
Wow.
Caleb, Coho, how are you voting and why?
I'm going to vote no also. I like this song. And
That's fine.
see the cat on Matt's screen, sorry. Just looked over. I like Half a
There's a lot
Mile
of
Away.
opinions about
It's
Billy Joel.
definitely one of the best songs on the album. It's better than Zanzibar. I like it better than My Life. But
I
from
don't like it as
52nd Street,
Stiletto.
I do like Big Shot more, but I also like another song on that album a lot more that you didn't mention. So I'm going to vote that down in the hopes that the other one comes up, and it's number 11 on my list, so we'll see.
All right, Matthew Rosa, you are next. How are you voting and why?
It's a yes. It's a total yes. It's not even a think about it yes. It's a yes from me. So you can just move on.
All right. Cody, how are you voting? Or sorry, Malcolm, how are you voting and why?
Yes.
You liked it, Malcolm?
Yeah.
All right, so 2 votes apiece. Yes or no, Cody? You're the decision maker. It is not the 3-3 split that you predicted, though. How are you voting and why?
Well, respect to Chris, because he's got some big balls on 52nd Street to nominate this song, which there are so many good hits on this
I'm going to
album
nominate
alone.
another one if it doesn't come up in my next turn.
I personally, I'm not adapting Caleb's style, but I kind of like where he was going. But And Matthew had a kind of good point in times. Like, if I like different songs more. So I will have to give it a no vote for this. I love the song. I just think there are better ones out there, especially with 6 left. Is it 6
Alright,
left?
that's fine. I kind of predicted that. I just wanted to get half a mile way out there in case people watching have never heard it. Check
That's
it out.
what I thought was going to happen with Easy Money. I literally thought
I did.
no
I thought
was
me and you
gonna-
were going to be the only ones that said yes.
Yeah.
All right, so Half Mile Away unfortunately does not make the list, but that means I am up next. I'm still not going to be
Take the easy one. Take the easy one.
I'm not going to
Who's
be a
gonna
team
waste his
player.
turn?
I'm going to I'm going to go to my number. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go to my number 1. This is a song that instantly, as soon as I hear it, I dance like.
I know
Oh,
this.
he's going with
Yeah,
I know
going for
this.
it.
I do the dance. It's Tell Her About Us. I dance almost instantly to this tune.
Cody, Chris,
Such-
let's
such an-
unanimously do this
Such
already.
an upbeat
Get it out
song,
of the way.
Caleb. Shut the fuck up right now. It is my time. Tell Her About It is up on the block. Caleb.
Get it out of the way.
Okay, it's fine.
They say Canadians are nice. Good lord. You scared the crap out of
There's a
me.
reason he
I've
doesn't
never met
perform
an
this
angry
live.
Canadian before. Wow. They come to Grand Forks all the time, but man.
Caleb Coho. Tell Her About It is up on the block. How are you voting and why?
He's an angry elf. I'm gonna vote no, because I like the song, but it was better fit for the summer playlist than it was for the Billy Joel playlist. Because there are 6 spots and at least 6 better Billy Joel songs than that. I'm looking at one from The Stranger right now that I really want to get on here more than that. So I'm going to shoot that down.
Matthew Rosa, how are you voting
No.
and why?
No.
It's come on, dude. Billy Joel's top 12 songs. You're really gonna bring that to this discussion? This is like setting up a Weird Al Iron Man match and then losing. Oh wait.
Good.
Oh my god. This is becoming barbaric.
This is great. This is one of the best things we've ever done.
Brooklyn,
Um,
Brooklyn's highlight of this episode was accidentally having a streamed on Collider podcast. And so there's
Matthew Rosa with the punch to the face. Ouch.
Yeah. Malcolm, how you voting, bud?
Matt, you're stripped of your chance of the belt. You're done. You're forcibly retired.
Yeah, Brooklyn, the Atomic Nation through and through, but I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say no as well. It's a great song, just not in the top 10 of it, or top 12 even of his.
Malcolm, you're never gonna get asked back now.
Cody, just put the nail in the coffin. Tell me how Tell Her About It is shit.
No, I disagree. I like the song. I really do. I understand where Matthew's coming from. I understand where Caleb's coming from. And literally my vote doesn't count anyways. So if this was like early on, I may have been one of them. But I like the song. My dad liked the song. I enjoy listening to it. Maybe not top 12. But for you, Brooklyn, after you've been punched in the face a couple times, I'd give it a yes vote.
Yay, sympathy
Suck up.
votes. They are so great.
I need another match in Jukebox, so I'm trying to suck up, man.
Fuck
So you
everybody
can have
but Cody.
Rosa for that.
Chris,
What did you say, Matthew?
So that you could score 3 points? Or
I scored 4, and we tested offhand that I would have got 6 points. So thank you very much. And I have a technical knockout.
Okay,
so take
you
your
wanna
throw
play-
somewhere else. Thank you.
Chris,
Go for it, Brooklyn.
Chris, you just wait until I write those Billy Joel Elton John questions. You are gonna.
I didn't even get to speak. Look.
Oh,
Look,
sorry.
guys.
Go ahead. Go ahead with Tell Her About It. Just go.
Look, the last time, according to Sellers.com, Billy performed Tell Her About It was on October 31st, 1987. That says everything. The song itself is shit to perform. The song is fun, but performing it you come off as a misogynist. It really is a misogynistic song. Like, tell her about it. You're being very stereotypical. The song is fun, and it's really fun, but it's very stereotypical. But also the other argument with Tell Her About It is with the argument from Matt Rosa. People don't realize that Tell Her About It is essentially a modification of Can't Hurry Love. You can't hurry, love. Oh, you just have to wait. That song in particular was the skeleton for Tell Her About It, and Billy built off of it. So the uniqueness of Tell Her About It gets diminished with that, because though Easy Money is like a tribute to James Brown, Tell Her About It is really a remodification of a song that's superior in every other aspect.
If we ever do a Red Hot Chili Peppers playlist and somebody mentions Danny California, I am voting no purely for this moment, because then I bring up the argument, oh yeah, Danny California sounds too similar to Mary Jane's Last Dance. So,
well, I mean, Billy has said that it's
Well, we just accept that the Red Hot Chili Peppers haven't really done anything that's worthwhile of having a playlist, but all right.
Wow. Okay,
Maggie,
we should move on.
Ray Dance Maggie is a great song. It's that album, Happy Inc., I think, or that's a good album.
Hot take Rosa over here. Good lord.
Caleb Coho. Yeah, just whatever song and why.
I'm gonna go ahead and nominate the other one from the Stranger that I wanted to nominate. And I'm breaking my album rules for here, just because that's how good this song is. I mean, the whole album. It's my favorite Billy Joel album. It's in my top 15 albums of all time. It is great. This song in particular is one of my personal favorites. Second favorite behind the scenes from an Italian restaurant. That is She's Always a Woman.
Yep.
And it is beautifully performed. I love how it's written. I love the production choices. And I love how he performs it in the song specifically. And I just see that Chris just wrote that down real quick as getting on the list. So,
all right, Matthew Rosa, how are you voting and why?
Hey guys, isn't this a crazy vote? Hot take Rosa? I'm going with yes, obviously. No, there's no hot takes here. Yeah, for sure. When I literally was laying in bed the other night and I had this song on loop for almost an hour. It's such an amazing song that is undoubtedly belongs on this list, in my opinion. Honestly, if I had my way, maybe the top 10 would just be The Stranger. Just that whole album. But, yeah, it definitely makes it on the list for me.
All right, Malcolm, how are you voting and why? There's currently one vote yes.
It's a yes for me, and it's another one of those songs that I always go to and always listen to repeatedly. Like, it's just one of those. Yeah, it's just one of those ones which I love how it's written, and it's just one that. It's just yeah.
All right, so that is 2 votes yes currently. Cody, how are you voting and why?
I popped it on just because I love this song so much. I think it's a fantastic song. It's so I know there's some people out there that still don't even know it or even recognize it as Joel, because
That's interesting.
And I've been in those conversations before, because when you talk about The Stranger, again, there are some, I'm with Rosa, there's clear-cut great songs on there. But this one's beautiful. And I don't agree with the King much, but this was a yes.
All right, so we go from a clean hard no to a clean sweep.
I said yes to yours.
Out of spice.
You don't know my life. You don't know me.
We're like a mother trying to tell each one of their 8 kids, oh yeah, you're definitely the favorite.
You're not.
Yeah. No? Okay, cool. Chris, your vote didn't count, but how would you have voted?
I have a lot of nostalgic memories of this as a kid, getting driven home from school with my dad, him always playing The Stranger. This song in particular was really, really just like, it's a lullaby. It feels like a lullaby, and it's perfection. And I'm actually going to say that I think one other song from The Stranger does deserve to be on this list. I know it seems a little top-heavy with Stranger, but there is at least one more that deserves it, and it's a piano strong version too. So a lot from
And
the
a no
stranger,
tremolo.
from the stranger, you get a lot of the rockers that you hear on the radio, but the piano songs on the stranger are where it really, really hits home, and this is
And,
one of the
yeah.
best. And
I
yeah,
know
so
exactly which one you're talking about.
yep.
So I would have voted no, not out of spite.
Yes, out of
Plus,
spite. Salty
not
boy.
actually not
That's
out of
interesting.
spite.
Why would
You shut. I would no because it was
So
it was just no. It was actually just shy of my 12. It was 14 on my list. Yeah, there.
What was
it
your
is a-
number
it-
4 again?
4 on mine.
What was
my-
your number
my
4 again?
Prelude, Angry Young Men.
Yeah,
Angry
you
Young Men.
need to reconsider your life, sir.
Yeah.
Just
Just tell her about it above this, Brooklyn.
Tell her about it was number 1.
Oh,
You need to rethink your life.
This is a fun show though so far.
Welcome.
Technically
I
sponsored
wanna-
by
for-
Colette.
Brooklyn's having
for
so
those of
much
us-
fun.
For those of you guys who are just joining in today, welcome to the shit on Brooklyn's music taste show,
It's fantastic.
where we just downvote Brooklyn's songs and say how awful they are. We are now on to Matthew Rosa. How are you, or what song are you putting up?
yeah, you're right. There is another song from The Stranger that belongs on the list, and it's Vienna.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That's a straight yes. I'm putting it on.
I mean, we could vote like a democracy that we're supposed to be, but we'll go through the process.
Dictatorship.
We'll go through the process anyways. Malcolm, how are you voting and why?
Yeah, I mean, as I said off air, this is one of the ones that I didn't know that I knew beforehand, and I just quickly listened to it before it went live, and yeah, it's one that deserves to be on this list. It would have been a yes for me anyway.
All right, Cody.
Vienna, no, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
This, like, Roses is over here just throwing out, like, the bam, like, okay, we're all trying to, like, throw some, he said some deep cuts, then he throws out Vienna.
Dude,
Okay,
I'm doing Captain Jack. What are you talking about?
for
Captain
Joel
Jack's a hit.
fans, Captain Jack is pretty, and you literally used it as the fact that it is the reason we have Billy Joel. On that note, Vienna is a fantastic song. It is arguably, well, we won't say rankings yet, but it's up there. It's great. And The Stranger is a good album because it has so many good ones on it, and I agree that The Stranger could have many more. But
I could legitimately
yeah.
even make a case for moving out if I really had to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
Go
could
ahead.
have made it.
Yes.
All right, so that is no. We still need Chris's vote, but Chris, I'm sure you're voting yes. So tell us why.
Oh yeah, I was joking that it was going to be a straight yes, but it really is. Like, this song is, I would say, it's interesting that Malcolm didn't know this was Billy until he listened to it. Here in the States, at least, I don't know if you guys will agree, Vienna is probably, after Piano Man, his most popular song. It just seems like that to me. Now, I know that We Didn't Start the Fire is the most memeable thing ever, but Vienna just seems to me like everybody loves that song. They know this song. Everybody in college, when I say, hey, do you know Billy Joel, they would list Piano Man and Vienna as their favorite songs, and I'm like, there's a reason. Vienna is beautiful, and it's not a love song. It's about a father telling his kid, don't grow up. Don't grow up too quickly. Don't grow up too quickly. Enjoy the time that you have on this earth and enjoy your young self. It's super deep, and it's a great Father's Day song. Vienna is fantastic.
I also would have voted yes. Vienna is number 7 on my list. Cody forever with the wow reactions.
What? I'm just, your ranking it doesn't make sense to me. I just don't get it. But hey,
Fine. All right.
it
I
might be
even
backwards
voted.
in Canada.
I even fuck you. I even voted a yes, and I get shit on for voting it a yes, even when it was already a clean sweep. Caleb,
You said 7 though on Vienna. Like,
Caleb, how would you vote and why?
I would have voted yes. I actually put this on my graduation song playlist this year. For my grad party with my playlist of all the songs that we're going to play when they walked in. Vienna was the first one I put on it. I love Vienna. It is gorgeous. Great pianos, great vocals, great songwriting, great message. Would have been 100% yes.
Yeah. All right. So that puts it on the list. Vienna is, I believe, the seventh song. No, yeah, the seventh song. So now we go to Malcolm. Malcolm, what are you putting on and why?
Yeah, I don't know how this one's going to go because it's another. Once again, it's another one from The Stranger.
Throw it.
It's one of the ones. It's another one of my go-to karaoke songs, and it's Just the Way You Are. It's it's one of those ones which I listen to, and it's just lovely. And it's just one of those ones that I would use in a say anything type scenario and just play it outside a girl's window holding a big giant boom box, which probably don't exist anymore. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that I just love listening to, and yeah.
All right, Cody. As you have a face, as not face palm, but yeah, yeah. How would you have voted and why?
Well, I would have put Only the Good Die Young before this one, so no.
Agreed.
Yeah, overrated song too.
Chris, how are you voting?
Fun to sing, but no.
Look, I feel like this list has the three best Stranger songs on it. I don't think there needs to be any more with the space that we have. Just in my opinion, if you guys bring up something, I may be voted. But look, Just the Way You Are, Billy's admitted this. He hates performing this live because the lyrics are so repetitive and all he thinks about is food. So when he sings like, don't go changing, try to please me, I wonder what I'm having for dinner tonight. That's what goes through his head. And that's what goes through my head. Like, this song is like watching paint dry. It's a very boring, meandering, not interesting song in the least. I can see why some people love it. This isn't for me. Nope.
It's funny that you mentioned it, Cody. Only the Good Die Young is actually right above Just the Way You Are. I have Just the Way You Are at 13 on the list, so it does not make my list. Does not. It's a no for me. So that is a clean.
And what song did you have at 14?
I had She's Always a Woman to Me.
You're interesting, Brooklyn. You're an interesting guy.
I just want to hear Brooklyn's list.
I want to know what 2 and 3 are.
All right. Well, so yeah,
we'll just wait till you're next. You're good.
That is a clean, hard no. But Caleb and Matthew, very quickly, how would you guys have voted?
I would have voted no because this is definitely not the best song on The Stranger. I can't believe this is the one that he got his first Grammy nomination for.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's very weird to me, especially on an album that also has She's Always a Woman and Vienna and Scenes from an Italian Restaurant and Only the Good Die Young. So no, I would have voted no.
All right. Yeah, so that does not make the list. So now we go on to Cody. What song is next up for you and why?
Somebody say Piano Man, for God's sake.
Yeah,
No.
Nobody's going to say it. I mean, if you want to
Oh.
waste your turn, go for it.
I am going to say Piano Man, but not the song, the album. I'm going to go with the third song on that album. I love this song, and that's Ain't No Crime. Again, it doesn't have to. I've gotten all the good ones on there, but I find this song so much fun, and I think it's a fantastic song. So I'm going to go with Ain't No Crime. And I'm okay to feel like Brooklyn because I've gotten 2 on, and Brooklyn's gotten... Oh, never mind.
All right, Chris, how are you voting and why?
I'm going to give you guys enough time to listen to this because this song is very New Orleans. Like, it feels like New Orleans. Like, it has that jazzy kind of vibe to it. Like, this could have been easily on 52nd Street and nobody would have batted an eye. This song is so fun. It's like Weekend song too, which may or may not come up. So look, this song is super it digs a lot. So I mean, it's awesome. It has a lot of great chord progression, and damn does Billy go for those notes in his younger vocal tenor. So I would give this a yes. I might be Cody, the only person who says yes. I don't know
I'm
if
okay with
anybody
that.
else has seen it.
Okay with that.
I mean, heard it or had a chance to. So I'm giving it a yes, but I don't have a lot of hope.
Yeah, me neither.
I am next. And you know what? To be the good Canadian that I am, I'm going to be polite and vote yes because as I am re-listening to the song right now, this is in the middle of the pack. It's not the greatest Billy Joel tune, but it's not like 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's like in the middle. It does have that great New Orleans feel. It fills up which is what I like in a lot of songs. So Ain't No Crime is a yes for me. Caleb Coho, how would you have voted and why?
Did he say yes to speed up the show?
He is.
No,
He's
not
ready to
at
go
all,
to bed.
actually.
He's ready to go to bed.
Not at all.
I'm voting no because I love the song. I love it. But Brooklyn said it himself. This is not the greatest Billy Joel song, and with what 3 or 4 picks left on the list, this is not one of the ones that'll take it. I'm gonna unfortunately vote no.
We have 4 left, yeah. All right, so that is 2 votes yes, 1 vote no. Matthew Rosa, you are up next.
Caleb is wrong, as usual. The answer is obviously yes. I think it definitely has a spot on the
Wow,
list.
it got on.
It totally belongs. As
I'm
far as
killing
deep
it.
cuts go, I think that's one of the best deep cuts you have. I actually have the Wikipedia page open. I was ready to suggest that song myself.
I love
so yeah,
Matthew Rosa.
For
What a
sure.
great guy.
definitely belongs on the list.
I'm surprised.
All right, so Ain't No Crime to Me makes the list. Mr. Clark, you are up next. How are you voting? Or what song are you putting
Malcolm
up?
did?
Malcolm?
Oh yeah, Malcolm. Sorry, very sorry.
Yeah.
Malcolm's vote unfortunately did not count. How would you vote?
It would have been a yes anyway. It's my favourite song off the Piano Man album, so yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Hot take.
I'm not upset that it's on by any means. I love it. So.
Caleb, you were just the Debbie Downer of the group. It's okay. Everybody has
I mean,
this.
I guess.
All right, Chris Clark, you are up next. What song are you putting up and why?
Please.
There's some biggies you're missing.
There's a biggie that I am missing, and it's actually we haven't gotten any representation from Turnstiles yet.
You are correct.
We haven't. And there's one song off of Turnstiles that is similar to No Man's Land, but it's apocalyptic, and it's super, super futuristic. And it basically predicted, sadly, the events of 9/11 before they actually happened. It is Miami 2017. I've seen the lights go out on Broadway. Billy opens almost every show with this song, and it brings the momentum of his entire catalog together because of how well it builds and tells its apocalyptic story. Miami 2017, I hope you guys have heard of it. If you haven't, it's
What
a
is
deep
wrong
cut.
with you?
I don't know why you've never heard of Miami
Listen to the
2017.
Stranger 30th Anniversary Edition. It's the first song.
So Miami 2017 would be, and it starts with sirens too, which are super eerie. So I have Miami 2017 on the table. I'm interested to see what you guys' opinion on this song is.
I am actually voting yes because I was listening to the song earlier today, and similar to when I was creating my Metallica playlist a few weeks ago, I had like binged through a bunch of Metallica songs, and then there was one song that I was like, "Holy shit, that's Metallica!" That I had that same that Miami 2017 had that same impact for me. It came on, and I'm like, "This is Billy Joel." And I'm like, this is like super impressive. So yeah, Miami 2017 is a yes for me. Caleb Coho, how would you have voted? Or how are you voting and why?
I'm absolutely voting yes to this because it may be my second favorite song off of Turnstiles, but that it is definitely the one that I think deserves to go on from Turnstiles. I like Say Goodbye to Hollywood more.
I love Say Goodbye.
That's what I have open.
I love Say Goodbye to Hollywood. But I will vote yes to Miami 2017 because it is excellent. For my short story project my sophomore year, I wrote a time travel story that was based on this song. So I love the song. So.
All right. So yeah, that is 2 votes yes. Matthew Rosa. All right, cool. So that is a clean sweep.
So important to Billy Joel's live set. you know, and I feel like you have to think about everything that Billy Joel does as an artist, and his live shows are such an important part of him as an artist, considering it's all he's been doing for the past
25
years now. Yeah. So for sure, yeah.
So that is a clean sweep. We'll go to Malcolm and Cody. Malcolm, very quickly, how would you have voted?
It would have been a yes. Like I was just listening to it when Chris mentioned it was, and it's just one of those great songs that just really is good to listen to. And,
yeah. Cody, how would you have voted and why?
Please, Chris, do never refer to this as a deep cut. I'm just kidding. No, it's a. I understand where you're coming from.
It's not a deep cut, but people who don't go to his live shows don't know it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the chat, somebody said this list is really weird, and this just shows you how deep Joel's music is. That some people do not pick up because they only know the hits from him, and they don't know how good his actual entire catalog is. So this has been an absolute yes for me. I think this is the one from Turnstiles you have to include. So I'm glad he brought it up.
I mean, New York State of Mind is up there, but I don't think it's as good as Say Goodbye with this. So, I mean, New York State of Mind,
I agree.
Would be probably the other choice, but I think that, yeah. But Miami's amazing. So.
It is.
All right, so I am up next, and once again, I refuse to take one for the team. I am instead going with.
Nobody's gonna do it.
I am instead. Oh no, it's going to happen. Or we're gonna get the guilt. We're gonna get the guilt trip from the chat. I'm going with my number 3 pick. That is "Moving Out," Anthony's song. I think this is a super powerful song. That's one that you can pack a lot of emotion into, and I think there are some great elements into it that make it stand out from his catalog. So I think "Moving Out" should be in the top 12. Let's bring it on the nose. Caleb, why are you voting no and why?
Because
what is your answer and why is it no?
This is too. I don't want to say too big of a hit to include on the list, but like it's too obvious. And also, it's one that I don't care for.
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here.
I agree.
Too obvious. That's like saying that Robert De Niro shouldn't be on the greatest actors list because he's too fucking obvious.
Okay. Taking my argument of that point out of it, I'm going to bring a separate point of it is overplayed. It is one that I don't go back to. It's one that I think is one of the weaker ones off of The Stranger. Especially when stacked against Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, Only the Good Die Young, from
She's Always a
Vienna,
Woman, Vienna.
all of them. I'd say no because it's not even top 5 on the album that it's on. So,
Matthew Rosa, what is your answer and why is it no?
I said earlier in the show that if anybody brought up "Moving Out," I'm defending it. Yeah, I think. I teach songwriting. It's one of my favorite things that I do in my life. And this is one of the first songs I always give people to tell them how to tell an amazing story in 3 to 4 minutes. Moving Out totally captures the story of all the people living in that neighborhood. You know Mr. Cacciatore, and you know Anthony, and you know his mom, and it did it so easily. So I'm going to say yes, but it's probably going to get no'd out of the board. And I think it might have gotten yes earlier if we didn't already have like 3 songs from The Stranger on the list.
Yeah, Stranger's getting a little overrepresented.
All right, so that is currently 2 votes, but there still is hope.
I think it's his best album, but this is still too many.
Malcolm, how are you voting and why?
Yeah, I'm voting a yes as well. This is in my top 5 songs off The Stranger, and
wow.
It's I love the song, and just listening to it makes me run. And this was the first song that I actually played when I was actually moving out of my own home when I started flatting. So it's got a bit of connection with me, my own life as well.
Cool.
So.
All right, so that is 2 votes yes, 1 vote no. Cody
is voting it on.
what is your answer?
If this made the list, I would have a heart attack. No. Gosh, no. Stranger is way overdone at this. If we were doing the top album, then we could just include Stranger. But since we were doing top Billy Joel's, we have the Stranger represented. Reach out of your comfort zone, grab something, pick something. I actually have a feeling, Brooklyn. Go to your 20 through 15 and select one of them because they're probably a way better choice than your top 5.
This is why Brooklyn wants us to end because nobody's picking his songs.
He's had 3 opportunities to nominate Piano Man.
I'm not taking one for the fucking team. Actually, now 3
we would have all voted. 3 of us would have voted no on it.
I would have voted no. You don't have to go to me. Look, Moving Out is one of the most overrated hits of all time, along with We Didn't Start the Fire and Piano. Look, and on top of that, it's not even top echelon of The Stranger. I think the title track of The Stranger is better than this. So, yeah, no.
Oh, all right.
Well, moving on.
Yeah. So,
right.
yeah, moving on.
Do I do it? Do I do it, or do I go say goodbye to Hollywood? Because I'm in between 2.
I have Say Goodbye to Hollywood open on my website, on my desktop right now. So one of us is taking one.
If I don't.
Guys, please. I know that you guys like shitting on me, but I do have a show to run here. So Caleb Coho, what song are you voting next, and why is it probably getting on?
Matt, I'm taking this as you're nominating Say Goodbye to Hollywood if I don't. Cool. Okay, I'll take one for the team. Piano Man is easily the biggest hit he's ever had. It's one of his most brilliant songs. People say it's overrated. I think it's pretty properly rated. Sorry, Chris. I think the piano in that song is excellent, as it should be for a song called Piano Man. I think the lyricism is outstanding. I love the storytelling he does in the Piano Man. I think Piano Man's storytelling is better than Moving Out storytelling, even though it takes more time to tell it. I think Piano Man has to be on this list because it's Piano Man. It'd be like making a top 10 Michael Jackson list without pulling Billie Jean or Thriller on it. So.
All right. So Piano Man, the very little known Billy Joel hit is up on the dockets. Matthew Rosa, how are you voting?
Yes. Move on. Let's do it. Get through quickly.
I mean, do we all agree that it's a yes, except for Chris?
No,
I'm giving it a no.
It's a no from me as well. It's a
What?
no from me.
It got voted out. Wait, Cody, did you say no?
Yeah, it's a no.
Piano Man does not make his greatest of all time.
It didn't. I said no.
I'm rage quitting. See y'all.
Actually, I'm done. I'm done. What? We spent the whole list talking about, when is Piano Man going to make the clean sweep? And then I take the team, put Piano Man on as the guarantee.
You should have put Big Shot.
It's not even in my top 10.
Malcolm, you're wrong. You're just definitively wrong.
Just hit through.
I actually did it as a joke, but when Malcolm and Chris agreed, I said done deal. Nope.
No.
Let's move on.
This list is trash immediately.
This is already garbage list.
Guys,
No.
Guys, we already know we already know Piano Man ranks so high, and so many people say it doesn't have to rank high on our list. Let's just move on, people.
We can make it number 0, if it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Honorable, Malcolm was so happy he left and came back. That's impressive.
No, Malcolm was so wrong
my
that
phone
he
died.
disconnected from Earth and came back.
Goodbye, Piano Man.
All right, so
Matthew, what are you voting?
I was gonna say goodbye to Hollywood, but now I'm scared. Now I don't know
I will
what.
vote for it if you say it.
I'm going to vote for Say Goodbye.
Yeah. I mean, he did a bunch of songs that were inspired by other artists, and this is the only one where the artists then did their own version. You know, this song was inspired by Ronnie Spector's Be My Baby, and then Ronnie Spector went and recorded a version in 1977. So clearly, it's a pretty great song. So yeah, definitely Say Goodbye to Hollywood.
All right, Say Goodbye to Hollywood is up on the docket. Malcolm, how you vote? Why?
He's wrong.
It's a good song. it's not one. It's not in my top 10. And there's 2
Donk.
picks left, and there's a few that I think should be there. So
Is one of them We Didn't Start the Fire? Because you're wrong.
He's not gonna confirm nor deny it.
Caleb's getting pissed.
All right,
I am pissed.
Cody.
The tournament didn't make the list.
Cody is next. Currently 1 vote no. How are you voting and why?
Yes, I love this song. Great choice. Again, I want to spread this list that people realize that Billy Joel is not just the piano man. He has so many great hits. Enjoy them. We're giving you a list of them.
I've retitled this thing the top 10 Billy Joel songs besides Piano Man.
If that had been the topic from the beginning, then I wouldn't have wasted a Piano Man turn nominating it. I would have gone with, like, Honesty, but okay.
Yeah, and then I could have had Downeaster Alexa, man.
All right.
Could still have it.
Who's next? Chris. How are you voting and why?
Oh, I love Say Goodbye, because in my Meatloaf Billy Joel tribute band, we did You Took the Words Right Out of My Mouth by Meatloaf, and we medleyed it with Say Goodbye to Hollywood, because both songs are inspired by Phil Spector and Ronnie Spector, Be My Baby. And I love that boom, 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 shh, boom, boom, boom. It's the same thing with Good Morning Baltimore and Hairspray. It's such a great, it's such a great, and actually the Ronettes version of Frosty the Snowman takes a lot from that as well. So I love this, and I love Say Goodbye to Hollywood, and Turnstiles has 2 great tracks being represented.
I had to throw it in Spotify to remind myself of how awesome it is. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, yeah, this is a good song. So Say Goodbye to Hollywood is making the list.
Hollywood has made it.
Makes up for the loss of Piano Man.
And a bunch of others, but that's just my opinion. So now we have 1 more song to get on here. Then we start the ever popular ranking process. We now go to Malcolm. What is the last song to make the list?
Well, I'm not going to nominate We Didn't Start the Fobs. I already know it's going to be a no. But I'm going to attempt another one of his hits. I'm going to nominate Uptown Girl. This is one.
Okay.
This is
Go for it.
I love this. I love the song. It's
I get to choose. Yes.
It's just one that I always like singing and like going to when it comes to Billy Joel. And yeah, it's just one that I love listening to, and yeah.
Malcolm, you're gonna be so disappointed right now. You're getting a sweep.
You are going to feel how I have felt the entire time on this show. Yeah, Cody, how are you voting and why?
No, hell no. One, way overplayed of the song for some people that really like it. I'm actually thinking it's in the bottom. This song was put on the wrong album. This needed to be on the Nylon Curtain. Like, it needed there, because it is not that great for me. I don't enjoy it. I always remember like saying, "Oh, I love Billy Joel," and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, me too." Oh, what's the song? Uptown Girl. Get out of my face. You do not have a place here. Leave. So. No, yeah, God.
So there is 1 vote no, but there still is potential. Chris, how are you voting?
I like how he said if he put it on, it should be put on Nylon Curtain. It was put on Nylon Curtain to be the best song on that album, and this song itself is terrible. Nylon Curtain doesn't have a good upbeat song. So look, Uptown Girl is upbeat. It's a hit for a reason, and it's essentially just a Hershey's candy bar with nothing else to give you. It doesn't give you that kind of satisfaction that this is an actual song. It comes off as kind of like a gimme hit, and it's forgettable. Like, I get that it's so iconic to Joel himself, but I don't find any enjoyment from listening to it. It just sounds like white noise. And Malcolm, I love that you love this song. You're a treasure. Another person's trash is another person's treasure. But you got a lot of trash trucks here that are going to be coming your way right now to kind of take this off your hands.
I love Billy Joel, but Uptown Girl sounds like sandpaper going up against chalk. When you hear the song, I'm like, this is Billy Joel, and actually Chris and I were having a conversation about it and how like they actually changed they changed the key of the song for some reason, and it just sounds awful. So I'm voting as they would say on Letterkenny, a hard no. So that is a unfortunate turn of events. It sucks, Malcolm. I know how you feel.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, Uptown Girl does not make the list. So now we move on to Cody. Can Cody go 4 for 4 and get all of his nominated songs on?
Wait, do we not get our say?
Oh yeah,
Let's
sorry.
get this done, guys.
I refuse to waste breath saying to this. This is one of Joel's least favorite Joel songs.
Yeah.
Why is Malcolm here? Piano Man is greater than Uptown Girl.
Let me just say
Look
this.
what you guys have started.
Billy doesn't like Uptown Girl so much that he refuses to actually sing it. He actually has his backing vocalist sing and he minds it. So yeah, that should tell you everything you need to know.
All right. Yeah, Cody, you are next. Can you go 4 for 4?
I don't think I can go 4 for 4 because I think everybody wants that last one, and that's okay. I'm stuck between two. I'm stuck between. I'm putting out feelers here, so don't yell at me, host. But I'm putting.
Don't be angling. Don't be angling.
I'm not. Can I just voice it out? Like, can everybody have just a thought process?
You're doing.
It's like Innocent Man number 6.
You're doing the equivalent of poker, and
or
you're doing.
1974 number 8. That's my whole two battles right now. I'm gonna go with Weekend Song. I love this song. I understand some people might not be a fan of it, and if you don't know it, please listen to it, because when Chris said it, I was just like, oh, maybe it's not as good as I remember it to be, and then I listened to it, and I absolutely love this song. And we already have 11, and we know where things are going to be ranked, so I don't think anything suggested at the end won't finish in that bottom half, so that's just my viewpoint on it, so I go Weekend Song.
All right, so I believe we are now on Chris Clark. Chris, how about why?
I love Weekend Song, but the problem is this list doesn't have anything from 52nd Street. And I just noticed that. And I feel like 52nd Street needs representation.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, I love Weekend Song. I even suggested that in the chat. Weekend Song is actually my number 8 favorite song ever. But my number 10 is my favorite 52nd Street song, and I think my favorite 52nd Street needs the representation. I hope you understand that, Cody, because I love Weekend Song.
You literally have it ranked 2 spots higher, so it automatically. No, I'm cool with it.
I want to say yes, but 52nd
I honestly
Street needs
didn't. I didn't realize 52nd Street we didn't get one on. So
there are 4 albums not represented.
Yeah, but 52nd Street's
3 of them we don't want represented.
52nd.
But we let The Stranger get on there so many times. So
well,
that's fine. Stormfront and The Bridge are not good.
I like 11 Leningrad, and I like Running on Ice, but that's about it from those albums. The thing is, though, I'm gonna say no to Weekend Song, but I love Weekend Song so much. I do. I literally love it, but for this list, we need 52nd Street, so I'm gonna go with a no. Of course, I could be downvoted and would be win-win for me. So
no, it makes sense.
I'm going to vote yes, because as I listen to the song, what it does is I get the vocals of Billy and I get the piano, and in essence, that is like his rawest form, other than being a cappella. I mean, like there's a guitar solo that I'm listening to right now, but I hear the piano more than I hear the guitar solo, and for me, that's what's getting Weekend Song on the list. It is a great meddling of Billy Joel's powerful vocals and the piano and how he puts it forward.
And it encompasses how you feel about getting off of work on a Friday evening.
Yeah.
Yes, I get to go out of school. It just feels good. I love the song so much, but 52nd Street has no representation.
Caleb Coho, Weekend Song, 1 vote yes, 1 vote no. How you vote why?
I like Weekend Song. I like the Street Life Serenade album in its entirety. However, like Chris said, 52nd Street has no representation, which is an album that needs representation, unlike The Nylon Curtain, The Bridge, or Stormfront, where we can just not put anything on there, despite there being some good ones in the mix of that, like Allentown, Running on Ice, and When in Rome. But we'll just, we'll push that off to the side.
Mr. Alexa.
Yeah,
I
that's
agreed
Alright.
to remove my vote, my suggestion, just so Chris can nominate something for 52nd Street.
I think it's gonna get
Matthew
it.
Rose. Matthew Rose, how you voting? Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with no, just because there is nothing from 52nd Street.
So that leaves us with 2-2, correct? And then Malcolm is the final vote.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, Malcolm.
No, there's no 2-2. It's done.
It's already gone. Yeah, because
Caleb and Matt
said no.
and they all said you're the
Okay,
only one.
perfect. Okay. Even when I vote yes, it is somehow the wrong answer. So the weekend song does not make the list. Well, Malcolm, how would you vote it?
Yeah, it's lucky it wasn't 2-2 then, because I was going to vote yes, because I like that song, and
I almost
might
got
be
four.
the unpopular one here, but
It's not
what's on
unpopular.
50 seconds.
Yeah.
What I was about to say is, looking at 52nd Street, I don't think I've got a favourite song on there, so be interested to see what comes up there.
All right. Yeah. So that does get a no, but that means we now come on to the tail end of round. I think 3. Yeah. No, we're on tail end of round 4. Chris, we have one more song to put on there. What is your nominee and why?
Well, I'm going to go off of 52nd Street because it ain't coming back to me again. And the fact of the matter is, my favorite song, Billy Joel song ever, is "Souvenir." It's on Serenade, but I'm not nominating it. I just wanted to listen to it. I'm not nominating it though. I don't know if it's only like a 2-minute thing. But my favorite thing from 52nd Street, besides Half a Mile Away, it's not Big Shot, it's not My Life, it's not Zanzibar. It's this little ditty called Stiletto.
Oh,
Stiletto from 52nd Street.
Messed up.
52nd Street from Stiletto. The bass line is fantastic. It talks about how the obsessive nature of about hounding somebody just for their looks is not that good for you. And it also has a great sax solo. It has everything. I think I picked the wrong 52nd Street song from what Cody is saying, but Stiletto is fantastic live.
I feel like everyone has a different favorite 52nd Street song.
No,
This is gonna
there's
be- it's just
definitively
this
one
entire-
answer.
All
Yeah, go
right,
for it.
so I am voting yes for 2 reasons. One, I actually like the song. And I think considering that we have some notable omissions that it can be in the top 12, and I know whatever song I throw on, it's probably going to be voted no for the laughs. So yeah, Stiletto makes the.
Brooklyn is super
yes for me.
triggered. He's really triggered.
He's salty.
Yeah,
Caleb,
like, relax,
how are you? I'm fine. Caleb, how you voting why?
I like Stiletto, but I don't like it as much as a certain song that should be on here from 52nd Street. So I'm gonna have to say no. Sorry. I
wish
do
we
like
did
Alright.
the Weekend song. This Weekend song is amazing.
Exactly. My whole point.
Matthew Rosa, how you voting why?
Yeah, I'm going no, purely because there's a different song on 52nd Street I want on here, and it's the last spot.
All right, Malcolm, how you voting why? 2 votes no, 1 vote yes.
I'm gonna vote yes because I was just listening to it, and it is a great song. It's actually surpassed My Life for me, because I was just looking at it. I've completely forgot My Life was on that one. But yeah, Stiletto I think should be on here.
Then My Life's gonna get on.
All right, so Cody, it is technically 2-2. You could have a change of heart here, but you're shaking your head. So, yeah, you're right.
I would have been fine, but I like Weekend Song better than Stiletto. So now that Stiletto's on there, I wouldn't put it over Weekend Song. In my opinion.
like Weekend song better than Stiletto too.
Exactly, because you had it at 10, and you had Weekend Song at 8, and you put the other one above it because you wanted 52nd Street. But I think 52nd Street has maybe 2 other ones that I like better than that. So I'm gonna give it a no vote. And I want to hear Brooklyn's choice.
if I told you my choice is Stiletto during when I was explaining Weekend Song and you kind of groaned, I would have said yes. But I didn't play that game. I took the gamble and I fucked it up. Damn
So
it.
much fucking.
I still
politics on this
regret
song.
not putting Center Field on the summer playlist. So
You should, 'cause that's a fantastic song.
Yeah. All right. So
Still hurts. It's raining men.
Can we all be nice to Brooklyn?
Brooklyn
Put
is
the
so
12th
upset about
one
the
in the
Tello
12th
about it
vote,
thing,
and we'll just rank everything else.
We put Tello
Brooklyn,
about it
say
on the
we
summer.
didn't start the fire. Do it.
So, no, not a chance
Maybe
in
I should
hell.
actually put Teller
So,
about it on here for Brooklyn.
literally-
Keep in the face.
Literally, in my top 15, there is one song that has not been nominated yet. I'm gonna try for it and see what happens. It is off of 50 second, whatever it's called. My Life.
Again.
Brooklyn.
Messed up again.
Brooklyn, you just did it yourself all over again. Let's go. All right, Caleb, your opinion.
Picked the wrong song. Sorry. Bye. Not this one.
Yep. All right. So no from me, dog. Moving on. Malcolm.
It's a yes from me.
Malcolm's just
My
trying to
Life
make Brooklyn
is-
feel good.
Malcolm's the
My
Paul
Life
Abdul
is
of the
a
group.
great song, so
Malcolm's
it
just
should
saying
be
yes.
there.
It's how?
Two better
How?
songs.
Okay, literally.
Here
Okay,
comes Cody with the
Rant-
no.
rant time for one quick fucking second. Literally, every song that I have nominated so far, My Life, Tell Her About It, Moving Out, and Prove an Angry Younger Man. They're on they're top 6 in my list, and they all get voted hard no.
It's
Wow.
not. It's us
That's
being
Billy Joel
honest,
song.
Brooklyn. It's us
Can
being
I
honest.
just say something?
Go. Just shit on
Your
us already.
your top 6 is not the correct top 6. So
Yeah.
that's why they're no voted, for the simple fact. There are 3, I have to include Matt in this. There are 4 people that probably bleed Joel, and you put them on the same exact panel, and you guys have mentioned hit after hit after hit, which we are the hipsters of the group, and we like the
If
deep
you don't
cuts and
believe
deep
Joel,
cuts. and deep
Brooklyn, it's not our fault.
We should have put Piano Man on here. Should have
Listen.
It
and
would
I
have
mean
been
this,
down for.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. If your 14 is really your true 14, then that is an incorrect statement, and I give this a hell no. If Stiletto didn't make it, My Life's not making it. Sorry.
Stiletto. I mean,
Even though I want to go to bed, I have to give it a no vote.
It's not about I want to get the show, and it's not about I want to get the show going. I
just feel bad for you.
I'm not
personal.
nominating. I'm not nominating Uptown Girl or We Didn't Start the Fire. Yeah.
You're just
All right,
nominating.
You're
the
not
third-
Malcolm. I'll say this, Brooklyn. Your Billy Joel taste is better than Malcolm's.
This is getting personal, and I don't want to be a part of any hurt feelings.
All right. So, Caleb, yeah, you're next.
Here, I'm gonna nominate the correct 52nd Street song. Can we all in one voice say yes to Honesty?
No,
I
no,
would
we
say
cannot.
yes. I would say yes to honesty.
Honesty is the best one for 52nd Street because of the emotional performance, because it is the jazziest one. I wouldn't say the jazziest, but it fits on the 52nd Street jazz form. I do think it's the best written one. I love Big Shot. Big Shot's the most upbeat one to me. But I would put Honesty before anything else on 52nd Street. So
Big Shot's
all right,
bullshit.
let's go through the process. Matthew Rosso, what do you want? Why?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no because it's not my song from 52nd Street that I would go with.
52nd Street is gonna get all no's because everybody has a different fucking opinion.
is it gonna be Zanzibar? Is Zanzibar the one that makes it?
I love Zanzibar, but I
right,
heard that people didn't like it.
Malcolm,
I don't like
you're
Zanzibar.
up next. What do you want? Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. There's a few.
Again,
others
Malcolm
on
has the
52nd
worst
Street that
taste.
should be there.
Okay, Cody. There are 2 votes no. How do you vote? Why?
There's 2 better songs on 52nd Street. It's a no.
Is it Zanzibar and Big Shot? I want to know.
It's 100%. It's 100%. I'm sorry. Of the hits, Big Shot is the. I understand if you don't like it, but if you're going hits,
I like Big Shot, so I'm not
I
upset
think
by that.
it's one of the top ones, but I think Zanzibar is better. Just my opinion.
What? No. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, Zanzibar's better
Zanzibar's
than
not
Big Shot, yes.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I don't like
And it's
Zanzibar.
better than Honesty.
Well, then I know where my song's going, right in the garbage can.
Don't like.
All right. So it is technically a hard no. I would have voted yes because I think it sounds nice. It's a nice little twitting ballad. But what the fuck do I know, right?
Hey,
Chris,
you know more than Malcolm. It's okay.
Chris, how would you have voted?
Well, now
I
that
love you, Malcolm,
now
but
that all
I'm
my
upset.
favorite songs of 52nd Street got shot down, I don't think 52nd Street needs representation anymore. So
Oh my
no.
God!
Can we put the
No.
Weekend song back?
I want to renominate the
No,
Weekend song because it's
no,
the best
no.
thing ever.
No, if we said no to Piano Man, we're saying no to the Weekend song. You
Actually,
can't have
fucking
your
we're
cake and eat it
joking.
too.
We're joking.
All right, it's time to pull an audible and go back and just
No,
nominate Only the Good Die Young and make the
no,
Stranger a clean
no.
sweep.
No. Can I please have my show back? That would be
Nope.
great.
Oh.
Matthew Rosa, you are next. What is your next
Well,
song?
52nd Street, I was gonna go with Rosalinda's Eyes, but clearly
Oh,
no one
love
is
that song.
like Rosalinda's Eyes, so whatever. I'll go with
Until the Night.
nope. Screw it. I'm going with the Ballad of Billy the Kid.
We're going to Piano Man, boys.
Well, okay. This is
Screw
gonna
52nd
disappoint
Street.
you.
It's a-
Okay. All right. Ballad of Billy the Kid is.
It's a no. Just move on.
No. Well, let's. Can we actually like legit go through the process here, please? Malcolm, your vote why?
Yeah, I'm going to do a strategical vote because I do like Ode to Billy the Kid, but there's one that I'm going to nominate next that I think should be on here. So it's going to be a no for me.
All right, Cody, how you vote why?
No. I'm sorry. This was way out of left field. I didn't see it coming. I applaud you. I like the song. But come on, guys. Can we just wrap this up? I just don't understand what we're doing here. Because the bottom one is going to be 12. Like it's got to be at this point. Because the rest of rank higher. So can we just put the actual one that deserves
That's
the 12th
not
spot
really
and go?
fair. You're-
Yo, 100%. 100%.
Okay, so there are 2 votes. No.
Nothing has this much dissatisfied that we're missing on the list.
Chris, there are 2 votes no. How are you voting why?
Ballad is great, but Ballad is only good live. The studio version, which is what at the end of the day you're judging it on. I can't give Ballad. I don't like Ballad studio version, so I'm gonna give it a no.
All right, clean sweep. I would have voted yes because I do actually enjoy the song. But Caleb, how would you have voted? Frank?
I would have voted yes too because I like the song and it's a great example of Billy Joel's storytelling. But okay.
All right. Cool. Malcolm, you are next. What do you want?
Everyone
what do
vote
you,
no.
What do you go why?
Yeah,
Caleb, not right now.
I mean, before Caleb trashes my taste in Billy Joel songs again, I'm just going to say I only had an hour to put a list together, so that's probably why most of mine are hits. I just hurriedly tried to put mine
You're okay,
together,
Malcolm.
so that's why mine is mostly hits. If I had more time to prepare, I probably would. But anyway, the one I'm going to bring up, and I'm surprised it actually hasn't come up yet, is New York State of Mind. This is one that I just really love, and I'm pretty sure he did this at a September 11 tribute show or
beautiful.
something. But when it happened, it's just one of those ones which, when you listen to it, it's just so nice and soulful and just and like it's one that when they did it in Glee, they even did it justice in Glee. I mean, but yeah, this is a great song, and I just can't.
All right, Cody, how you vote why?
I hate the argument of Glee. I'll just be honest with you.
Yeah.
But this is so tough because I don't think it's number one. But gosh, this list might go on for 7 years. I'm gonna give it a no. See what the rest of you guys say. I understand if it makes the list. I'm not upset at
There's
it
only
at
one
all.
more song we need.
But that's just my opinion. I think it's good, but
Chris, how you vote why?
Look, what Malcolm said, the version of New York State of Mind from the 9/11 memorial thing was even more beautiful because he followed it up with a rendition of Miami 2017. The thing is, Miami 2017 is the thing that, to me, stole that show. And we already have... New York State of Mind looking at turnstiles doesn't come... it's beautiful. It's nice to listen to when you're on like a bus ride to New York, but I'm gonna have to sadly give it a no. It's not in my top 20. So
I sound like a broken record. I'm voting yes. I legitimately enjoy the song. Sure, it doesn't rank in my 15, but all my other ones got nominated out, so it automatically just fills that slot. So it gets a yes for me. Caleb, 2 votes no, 1 vote yes. How are you voting and why?
Voting yes because it's a beautiful Billy Joel song. I don't care if 52nd Street doesn't get represented. We can't come to a consensus on 52nd
So we
Street.
can't.
Yes!
We really can't.
And we've
so I'm
done
voting
it!
yes. I'm voting yes on New York State of Mind because it is a great Billy Joel song. Malcolm picked a good one. And I want this on the list for sure. And Turnstile's got great songs. This is one of the great songs on Turnstiles. It gets on the list.
All
Thank you,
right,
yes.
Matthew.
It's on the
Rose-
list.
Okay, thank fuck. New
Good
York State of Mind
Lord.
is the 12th song. Now we get to the second
2 hours in.
2 hours.
I need to go and get a drink. Good
We're
Lord.
we're getting through this. No pee breaks or poop breaks or anything. Don't you dare stick your tongue out of me, Cody. I will tell your mother what you did, assuming that she's alive and well.
Cheers.
She is alive and well, perfect. I accidentally made a your mom joke to a guy whose mother had passed away. One of the most awkward moments of my life. But yeah. So now we get on to the second part of our 7-hour documentary on the Billy Joel songs and how some suck and how some don't suck. We now go through the list. So, what seems like happened hours ago, literally hours ago, our 12 are The Entertainer, Scenes from Italian Restaurant, Tomorrow Is Today, No Man's Land, You Made Me Right, Easy Money, She's Always a Woman to Me, Vienna, Ain't No Crime to Me, Miami 2017, Say Goodbye to Hollywood, and New York State of Mind. Gentlemen, on your whiteboards, cats, sandwiches, or paper, we are not discriminative when we write on. Please nominate what song you feel is number 12 of this list.
1 second.
I thought we couldn't walk away.
Chris's screen is frozen to me, so he could be in Timbuktu right now, and I still see Chris's monotone face right now. I am going to get so much shit for what song I am nominating right now.
I'm just putting what seems to be obvious.
What took us 4 hours to figure out.
Yeah, this one I don't. If it's higher, then I'm confused, but it's okay.
All right.
And I thought the Harry Potter list was going to take ages yesterday, so...
All right, so we are going to go in reverse order the way that we did. So I'm going to go first, and She's Always a Woman to Me.
Well,
Get
you're
off
wrong.
this list.
Okay.
You
Chris
really
Clark.
shouldn't be hosting. It is New York State of Mind.
I don't get it if it's not.
Caleb, go.
I have Ain't No Crime.
Okay. We now go to Matthew.
It's New York State of Mind.
Okay, Malcolm.
I put Say Goodbye to Hollywood.
Whoa.
Okay. Cody.
The one that took so long to discover the 12th spot, New York State of Mind.
All right, so New York State of Mind is number 12. We now vote to what is our 11.
I gotta get the list up on the YouTube so I can see it.
Yeah, the list is on the YouTube stream.
On the YouTube, I literally sound like an old man.
Also, to shout out to the cool kids in the chat who have been staying with us for these 2 hours. You are the real MVPs listening
There's still
to
8 people in here?
Brian
What are they
Fernandez
doing here?
did message me and ask if Still Rock and Roll to me was an option, and I said, not with this group. No.
Brian Fernandez, Allison Grindstaff, Drew Irwin's in the chat, Bob Jones, Malcolm is in the chat, Matthew Rose is in the chat, Russell Howell was here for a little bit, Chase Geyer, I apologize if I butchered your last name. You're also in the chat. Take 3 Productions decided to join the chat. Very nice of them.
Cameron joined us
Jonathan
on the
Peck was
Collider Podcast Network.
Jonathan Peck was here for a bit, so yeah, a fun time here in the Maritimes.
Also, a shout out to the 75 people who joined us on Collider Podcasts.
And
Okay,
Multiplex
gotcha.
Entertainment, who's in the chat too.
Yes, who was that?
Me.
Oh, it was you? Okay, cool.
It was me. I forgot
right.
I was on the Multiplex account.
All right, guys. Cody, we'll go with you first.
Why should I worry would have been cool.
You may be right.
All right, Matthew.
Easy Money.
Caleb.
Ain't No Crime.
Malcolm.
Say goodbye to Hollywood.
Whoa.
Chris.
You may be right.
I actually changed mine to You May Be Right because I figured I was beating a dead horse with She's Always a Woman to Me.
That's fine.
So you may be right?
I don't mind it being that low.
Yeah, You May Be Right is 11.
I don't mind it.
It's just shy of a 10.
I'm glad that Ain't No Crime beat it. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I
It's
love
about
that it did. I love that it did.
But it's about at its point, so.
All right, so now we go to our number 10. Very quickly, guys. Let's get something together. Okay.
I left off, I don't know. Where that gets
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one here. Let's go with Malcolm first.
I'd put Easy Money.
Okay. We'll go with Caleb next.
Ain't No Crime.
Okay, Chris,
I love everything else on this list. Ain't No Crime.
Cody,
Ain't No Crime.
Matthew.
I was with you, Malcolm. Easy Money.
I went with Say Goodbye to Hollywood, but I believe Ain't No Crime has the most votes.
Yep.
All right.
We're getting there.
Ain't No Crime to me is a 10.
We're getting to the part where it's going to be really painful.
Yeah.
But I think they're all interchangeable at this point, so I'm not going to be too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, now go to number 9.
Hold on one second. Am I missing one?
All right, we'll go with Cody first.
No, come back to me.
Matthew.
Easy Money.
Chris.
Hollywood.
Caleb.
Easy Money.
Malcolm.
Easy Money.
Cody.
Hollywood.
I have Hollywood, so I think we're at a tie.
What's,
Right,
what?
You wanna
Anyone
do-
want to change their vote?
So
Just
no,
put
just
those in
put them in
The
the
next
same
few spots.
next two spots.
So we'll say Hollywood is 9 and Easy Money's 8.
Right.
Yeah,
sure.
we'll go with that. Sure.
I guess.
Why don't you just list randomize it? I can do that really quickly.
Yeah, I'd say do that.
Let's do that because
Or Easy Money goes ahead. That's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Is anybody really mad that Easy Money is ahead of Say Goodbye to Hollywood?
Not really.
Me.
Those two
Oh,
spots
come
are-
on.
I am.
One spot.
Yes, one
You're
spot
just
ahead.
like a Vikings fan. Gosh.
well, I'm doing it right now. Easy Money, Hollywood, randomize. Hollywood beats Easy Money, so Easy
All
Money
right,
is,
well-
is number 9.
That's more accurate in my book, but yeah.
I would have screen shared. Hope you guys trust me.
That's
I
fine.
trust you.
You voted for Hollywood, so to put it ahead.
Yeah, I would definitely trust you.
Okay, I can actually screen share it if you guys really want me
You're-
to.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I meant we definitely trust you. That wasn't sarcasm.
Oh.
That was like,
You
Right, so now-
voted for Hollywood.
Now number 7.
Oh gosh.
this is easy for me.
Is it?
Yeah, I've
wanna
still
share it with
got
me?
one clear one that kind of falls a little bit lower on
All
my
right,
list.
Chris, what do you got? And why? Or is that not why?
I'm actually gonna. I forgot to write it down. I'm actually gonna put Easy Money here now.
It's already there.
It's already there.
Oh wait, no, I meant Hollywood. My bad. Sorry, I got the.
That's also
It's already there.
at-
Awesome.
On the list.
They
they're
both
on
went
the
in
list. It's at
opposite
9
orders.
9 and 8.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
yeah.
we actually decided that. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Come back to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my "She's Always a Woman to Me" train. Cody.
Tomorrow is today.
Okay, Malcolm.
Come back to me.
I
Matthew.
put it
I
on.
have
so-
Miami 2017.
Caleb.
I have No Man's Land.
Okay, Chris.
I have Miami.
Okay, Malcolm.
I put She's Always a Woman.
Can I actually change
it's
my vote?
So it is.
Can I change my vote?
Well, no, because now we're at a
I
tie.
was between two. Can I change my vote?
Shh.
I would-
Caleb, let the man
Let him
run the
talk,
show.
yeah.
Let him talk. It's a tie anyways.
It is technically a tie between She's Always a Woman to Me and Miami 2017. So everybody will now vote between She's Always a Woman to Me and Miami 2017.
That's fair.
Yeah, we probably should have done that for the first one too. But
although I'm saying that with the first one, it was a 3-3 split, and
Yeah, so it would have been the same.
first, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's between Miami and She's Always a Woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is clear cut.
This is so interesting.
It hurts. There's like 2 songs I think are lower than both these two.
I agree. Who's going?
Malcolm, go first.
She's Always a Woman. I keep that there.
Cody.
Miami.
Caleb.
Miami.
Chris.
I love No Man's Land, but why is No Man's Land for all of us kind of up above these two, but it's Miami?
Matthew.
Miami.
So I believe it's Miami now.
Yep.
Miami's number
4 votes
7.
for Miami. Yeah.
And now we vote.
Now we go for number 6.
Sorry, Chris. Now it ends. It ends today.
I know. You guys are kind
Winter
of
is coming.
It's over.
I'm not gonna vote for it.
Actually. All right, yeah, I'm gonna change mine. I'm too lazy to write mine out right now, but I'm gonna say No Man's Land.
Yes.
No Man's Land.
No Man's Land.
Just sweep it. Just sweep it, you fucking assholes.
You brought it up. And again, Matthew and Caleb did not follow the rule of Brooklyn and reveal their votes.
I had The Entertainer too, Malcolm.
You guys are both wrong, but okay.
Kate. So now we go number 5. We're in top 5, guys. So it's not like we're picking what is the biggest pile of shit. We're picking what is the greatest of the nuggets of
We
gold.
weren't picking the biggest piles of shit since like number 10.
Your list was Brooklyn.
Oh
Man, have I ever lost this show? Yeah, Cody, go for it.
The Entertainer.
Malcolm,
The Entertainer.
Chris,
Things I didn't know at first, I learned by doing twice. The Entertainer.
Matthew.
Yeah, we're not gonna have to do this twice though. The Entertainer.
I also would have voted The Entertainer. Caleb, I know you're saying that we're all wrong, but how would you have went?
The Entertainer's my number 1, man.
Oh, you're
Of course.
high.
Well, No Man's Land was mine.
Well, Caleb, at least your number 1 made the list, so be thankful for that.
I am.
He's so salty.
I am saltier
3
than a
of
piece.
mine made the list.
I'm saltier than a piece of prosciutto right now. All right, so now we go to our number 4. Vote for yeah.
I'm really liking the top.
liking this a lot.
Matthew, you're gonna go first. What do you vote for?
Tomorrow's today.
Malcolm,
She's Always a Woman.
Cody.
Tomorrow's today.
I also had Tomorrow is Today. Caleb
Tomorrow's today.
and Chris.
I was gonna say always a woman.
Tomorrow is Today is number 4.
I'm glad it got that far though. That is a gem.
Great
Thanks,
sax.
Jim.
Great
I'm
sax.
happy that
And a great
Yeah.
saxophone, right, Brooklyn? I think that's what made you really.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what fucked
That's
you
really
over.
what pushes it over the edge.
Beautiful.
At least
He's never having us back on a show again,
At
ever.
least,
will never be
at
Billy
least
Joel
I can
Part
make fun of myself in that instance.
Look, I already had a big
The
fuck
9
up
points
myself, so I can't really
just
talk.
so that I'm not head up.
All right.
Another
Yeah. So
top
now,
10 Billy Joel's with none of us on.
so now we get to our top 3. Yeah, I'm gonna vocalize mine. She's Always a Woman to Me. Cody.
She's always a woman to me.
Chris.
Always.
Matthew.
She's always a woman to me.
Caleb.
Vienna.
And Malcolm.
She's Always a Woman.
All right. Yeah. So now we go to we are now between Vienna and the scene.
So on number 1.
So we just
So
voted on
Well,
number
since
we
you
one.
are
got
voting
top
for
five.
number 1.
Oh.
Very quickly, guys, if anybody has any honorable mentions, fire them up. I'll start with Chris, and then I'll go Matthew, Cody, Caleb, Malcolm. So,
My
Chris,
honorable mentions, yeah, it's Souvenir, Weekend Song, because it didn't get fucking on.
Because of you.
Yep, I know, I wish I did. 2,000 Years from River of Dreams, Shades of Grey from River of Dreams, and The Great Wall of China from River of Dreams. Those are my honorable mentions.
Matthew.
Give me Down Easter Alexa, Until the Night, and Big Shot.
Cody.
This night was my last one.
I love This Night too.
Me too.
Caleb.
I'm gonna rapid fire these. Only the Good Die Young, Sleeping with the Television On, Allentown, Running on Ice, A Matter of Trust, When in Rome, Big Shot, The Great Suburban Showdown, Everybody Loves You Now, Falling of the Rain, Traveling for Prayer, Stop in Nevada, An Innocent Man, Goodnight Saigon, Lullaby, The River of Dreams, and Close to the Borderline.
Cool. Malcolm.
Yeah, I've got none left.
And I had none left either, so
Great Suburban Showdown. Damn it, that's a goodie.
I mentioned it earlier and no one said anything, so it's like,
I love Great Suburban Showdown so much.
All right, so let's go to what our number one is going to be. Mr. Coho, what is your number one?
Scenes from an Italian Restaurant.
All right, Chris Clark.
Vienna.
Malcolm.
Vienna.
Cody.
Vienna.
Matthew.
Scenes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are tied. Scenes from Italian Restaurant.
All right, so I'm gonna should I screen share this one with you guys?
Yep.
For the
I kind of want to do this, Kate. I want to do something different here.
Okay.
We have 10 people in the chat right now. So chat, to those of you who are listening right now, it is currently 12:40 a.m. on my clock right now. I'm going to give you guys until 12:45 to vote between Vienna and Scenes from an Italian Restaurant to what should be the number one song. I'll give you guys 5 minutes, because what's 5 minutes to add on to 2.5 hours?
It's all good. This has been fun. This really
it's definitely been fun. I just wish one of my 4 songs got thought about being on.
Scenes.
I gave
just nominated the wrong songs, Brooklyn.
Vienna. Oh, yeah, sure.
There's another one for Vienna.
2 for Vienna.
Vienna.
1 for Scenes.
People were not saying it's bullshit that Piano Man isn't on, so I think that's awesome.
I think Piano Man is a given, though. I mean, we should talk about Piano Man. I know we have 4 minutes to kill here. So let's take this 4 minutes to talk about Piano Man. For me, Piano Man has my favorite line from all of song. They're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. Brian, shut your whore mouth. Piano Man is not overrated.
I agree, Brian.
It's this. If you take Matthew, and nothing against Malcolm had a 1 hour to make the list, so I give Malcolm a pass. But even Brooklyn, you have different tastes. If you literally take 3 of us out and you put 3 other people in, I think this list is completely different. 100%.
I'm very curious to see what Jeremy Adams' list is, and I know Chris from conversations that we've had. I know Mr. Bibiani is a big Billy Joel fan, so I'm curious to see what his personal top 10 is.
If you had 3 people, I want to see you do this at some point. Maybe go back to this list and do it with 3 people that aren't diehards, and just see what happens. Because you might see that you get a lot more of My Life isn't on here. Only the Good Die Young isn't on here. Moving Out isn't on here. These are staples.
Big Shot.
Allentown. We Didn't Start the Fire. All of these big, huge songs are not on this list just because.
Caleb, get out of there.
And look,
I'm not. Wait.
Weekend Song almost got on instead of New York
I'm not
State
multiplex.
I don't believe that at all.
I don't believe that.
I signed out. I swear to God, I signed out.
That multiplex vote will not count.
It wasn't me. But,
Cody, get out of there.
I didn't. It's my wife. I promise. It wasn't me. Bullcrap statement. It's such a bullcrap statement.
It wasn't me.
I do like.
So,
if you're gonna count Cody's vote, you gotta count the multiplex vote.
Stardrew said Vienna.
All right. So whoever this on the tip of your tongue guy is, whoever this Cody Newberry guy is, and whoever this multi-bunch neighbor guy is, their votes for some reason will not count. I just don't see them on my screen. So currently, I have.
Thanks for signing, Kane. It's okay.
1, 2, 3.
This is great. We have 2
Three?
more
That was
minutes
actually-
to kill.
I'm pretty sure that was Kane's vote, but okay, because he's on right now. So I think.
Vienna Seeds. That's 2-2 right there.
This is apples and oranges. This is so good.
And Stardrew, so it's 3. It's 3-2 with Vienna.
Yeah.
43 right now, though. There's anything that can.
Why should I worry somebody's sub that
ABBA.
I like that.
ABBA is probably going to be the next playlist, as this is actually the first show of ABBA August, as per request of our champion Logan Hope Mountain. Big ABBA fan.
3-3. It's split.
How
is it 3-3? Where's the 3-3?
Because Brian just. Ooh, no, it's not 3-3. It's 3-2.
Oh, it's 3-2? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Brian
Jake Marangoni's on multiplex right now.
Waits for you.
Caleb, you're beating a dead horse right now.
I know. I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know. Jake Marangoni's the one on multiplex right now.
I call shenanigans on that.
Well, he needs to sign
You don't
up.
have to.
Sign in
He's
something else.
He's uploading Movie Warzone and watching this or something. So
It's interesting.
Unless multiplex says that it's someone else, then yeah.
Until
Well, not only that, it doesn't. He could type it's Jake. Like, it doesn't matter.
Should I sign into Collider Podcast? Some comment?
do it.
No, you've
It
caused
won't
enough
count, but
problems.
do it.
Subscribe to Take 3 on Collider Podcast Network.
Do it.
I've
Subscribe
already
to all
done
of
that.
them.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
all right, so time is up, and your winner, I believe, is Vienna.
Vienna.
That's fine.
Vienna is the number one.
This is your
Ooh,
final
why?
list. Brooklyn is so happy with this list.
Every one of his is in his top 10. Top
He
12.
got all 4 of his songs on. He's so happy
Brooklyn,
about it.
before we go, I want to know what your list was. Like, go down your list.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Let's all watch each other's faces.
All right. So I had 14 that were like in my list of what to talk about. So 14 is She's Always a Woman to Me. It's forgettable for me. I'm sorry, it's a hot take. 13 is Just the Way You Are. 12 is Only the Good Die Young. 11 is The River of Dreams. 10 is The Entertainer. 9, The Longest Time. 8 is My Life. 7 is Vienna. 6 is No Man's Land. 5, You Made Me Right. 4 is Prelude, Angry Young Man. 3 is Moving Out. 2 is Piano Man. And 1 is Tell Her
I
About
feel
It.
so bad.
Bring on the
I
haze.
feel so bad.
Just bring on the haze.
No, I mean, that's an honest list. It's a great list, dude. It's just that we just didn't agree. I like the number 6, though.
This is the longest episode ever. Can we wrap this up? I'm so tired.
All right, so I am going to do the falsetto. Can one person do the numbers, and can one other person do the actual naming of the songs?
So what do you mean by that?
So, like, I want to do the falsetto. Somebody says at number 12, and then another person says so and so and so and so.
I'll
So
do
you'll
the
be like,
numbers.
At number 5. Like, what do you mean by falsetto?
Top
So
10.
I'm
top
doing
10.
the falsetto, like the top 12 Billy Joel
Oh,
songs of all
that.
time. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll do the number. I'll do the
I'll
number.
say the name. I'll say the name.
All right. The top 12 Billy Joel songs of all time. Yeah.
Number 12.
New York State of Mind.
Number 11.
You may be right. Right. You may be
You
right.
you may be ripe. You may be bruised.
Number 10.
Ain't no crime.
Number 9.
Easy money.
Number 8.
Say goodbye to Hollywood.
Number 7.
Miami 2017. I've seen the lights go out on Broadway.
Number 6.
No Man's Land.
Number 5.
The Entertainer.
Number 4.
Tomorrow is today.
Number 3.
She's always a woman.
Number 2.
Scenes from an Italian restaurant.
And the number 1.
Vienna. Boom, chakalaka.
We waited for it. It waits for us, but we waited for it for like 2.5 hours.
2 hours and 18 minutes and 19 seconds.
All
That's
right,
not counting our
guys.
brief appearance on the Collider Podcast Network.
Which is an additional 5 minutes.
I mean, we have 5 minutes of Collider Pod. I mean, it's deleted now, but we were on Collider Podcast for 5 minutes. Yeah. So I want to thank our lovely panel for telling me how my list is wrong. Cody Newberry, the captain of that team, where can the cool kids of the world find you?
Well, things have changed for me a little bit. I used to just say Facebook Cody Newberry, but you can now find me on Movie Battleground, and you can find me now on Full Metal Trivia. I am now a new admin over there, so follow the guys over there.
Caleb Coho, the co-captain of the Tell Brooklyns, his list is wrong. Where can the cool kids go find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That is KALEBKOHO. You can find me on YouTube, Caleb Coho, where I do music and film stuff. Coho Productions predominantly is where my film stuff is. You can find my movie Chick Part 2 on Caleb Coho and Coho Productions right now on YouTube. It is for free. You can find my album Shoot for Teens with my group The Forks on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you consume your digital music. You can also find me over on Multiplex Entertainment, running fandom fights with Kane McMillan and competing. You can also find me over there hosting the Let's Make a Movie show / podcast, where me, Kane McMillan, and Jake Marangoni sit down and we have the live audience help us make a short film based on criteria. And you can find me and Tim Smith every Wednesday starting the 28th, I believe, hosting the Multiplex Fantasy Football TV show. Not TV show, YouTube show. Every Wednesday.
Could I possibly get in on Fantasy Football with Multiplex?
Potentially. We're letting admins prioritize first, and then we're going to vote in that chat of who else we let in.
I would like to be a Fantasy Football in some way in the YouTube community, so I think that would be pretty cool.
Same.
Malcolm Goldie Lay, where can the cool kids in the world find you?
You can find me on my own, on my show on Take 3 Productions, Rankin, where there's just about as much fighting. And if you don't believe me, watch the music songs from live action musicals episode. That was a lot of fighting, but yeah. You can also find me competing in trivia on Multiplex and Worldwide Movie Games all over the place.
Matthew Rosa, actually the only person here who is in the Heads Up tournament in a couple weeks. Where can the cool kids in the world find you?
Just type in On the Tip of Your Tongue and anything. Usually I do a big, spiel, but that's how you're going to find me. You can look for my single Better Half on anywhere you consume digital media. There you go.
And last but definitely not least, our producer, the man behind the scenes. I actually owe a lot of thank yous to this man for rebranding the channel. Chris Clark, where can you find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. As you guys see, we just did this just to get the chat rolling because this was actually streaming at the same time as Full Metal Trivia. So this is only streaming on Take 3. It will be up on Jukebox soon, so you can rewatch this asinine episode that we were all part of. And I think this is easily one of the best ways to spend 2.5 hours is to fuck Brooklyn over, which is always a pleasure. You can also find me on Collider Podcast Network producing the Schmodown Rundown, which this technically was part of for like 5 minutes. And I had the wrong stream key in, and I was streaming to the wrong channel. So that's great.
You guys should start the next episode being like, "Welcome to Jukebox." But oh wait, wrong show here, wrong show.
It's gonna be brought up.
I am the Black Lantern Brooklyn Vale. You can find me on Take 3. I run the Late Night with Take 3 podcast that we talk about Collider, movies, and pop culture, where you can actually find Matthew Rosa defending his Late Night with Take 3 and Mini Speeder on debate champion of the World I Live Against an Organization. I believe this week is going to be movie Monsters, so that's going to be pretty cool with the Meg being released this weekend. And you can find me in various leagues. You can see me losing in fandom fights. You can see me losing in movie games. It was a fun time. You can be sure to like, comment, subscribe on Take 3 and Jukebox Trivia. Be sure to check out the Facebook page. Wednesday. Cross your fingers, guys. That Wednesday we have JTH taking on Zadia Smith for the final spot in the Jukebox Heads Up tournament. That's gonna hopefully be before the end of this month. Cheers, guys, and as always, drive safely.